Check 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up. Then it bust it open, lift it up. Yeah. Come on, lift it up. Then it bust it open for your B-O-Y. Then it for your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bust or not.
Come on, blaze. So you know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
Hello. Let me see. I feel like this is dark. Is it dark? Is it dark, you guys? Let me see. Is it dark? No, it's not too dark. Let me put a little more light though. It ain't gonna hurt. Let me see. Trying to get this thing. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm looking at it on my phone, y'all. How y'all doing? Hello. Welcome to the dollhouse. Welcome back to the dollhouse. How's the sound, you guys? I have a microphone and with the thing on it, with the elbow. What they call it, an arm or elbow. Sure do. Got the microphone with the elbow. So when I want to sing what I want to sing and say what I want to say, I'm going to say, you know, what I want to say. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm super excited, girl. Like a child opening her Christmas presents, girl. I was so ready. Listen, who are you about to ride on? And Voodoo Dough, who you about to ride on? Girl, I ain't riding on nobody. Everybody seemed like, not everybody. It seemed like certain people trying to ride on me, but I ain't riding on nobody. Okay? Come on, Mike. Come through. Come on, microphone. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay? I feel like I'm gonna record an album. Voodoo Doll's greatest hits featuring Junior, a Junior. He la be doo be da Illuminati. Can't you tell me love? Also with the classic hits, such as Even Though What We Do Is Wrong. Mm-hmm. With the very famous, infamous song, Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You fired, bitch. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I might want to pull it back with you know, the most famous of all of the songs. You know what I'm saying? You know, drop the green lady in the chat so I can get a little inspiration. If you can, please put the green lady with the thing in her hand in the chat. I would surely appreciate it if I see a bunch of the green ladies with the thing in her hand. I need to see her. Okay, we got Author Empress you on it. I need to see the green lady, please. Can I get the green lady? I just want the green lady. I ain't asked y'all for nothing but the green lady right now. DJ Phoenix. All right. Okay. We got the green lady coming up. She coming up. Followed by the world's greatest hit. Not the city bitch, not the country hoe, the world's greatest hit. Y'all know what it is. It's from a small place in a big city. I don't know what that means, but let's just get it in. Thanks. Shut your look at him hating. I'm on the roll, bro. Anyways, look, let's get it in. From New. Let me run that back one more time. From New. From New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made. Replay game. I'm gonna give y'all something to curse me out about early because I did do it. Also, don't drag me. I'm in the middle of trying to sew in my hair. So I'm over here with hair looking like George Jefferson all around the sides and the back, none at the top. So that's why I'm American Ninja Warrior today. Don't care. Also, because I'm getting ready to go to New Orleans. This is, you know what? I'm tripping. It is Mardi Gras. Hold on, let me see. Can y'all see it? Y'all can't see it. It's crooked. I feel Mardi Gras. And is Mardi Gras. What's up? Have y'all liked the video, you guys? Have you liked the video? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Y'all ain't like the video? Let's start over. You know what? Let's start over. We're going to start over. And when we come back, let me take this off. When we come back, we're going to start over. When we come back, I'm pretty sure y'all going to have this, where it need to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead on. If you have not already, people, please hit the like button. It is free 99. It don't cost you nothing. Hit the like button, please. I'm about to give y'all another reset. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead on, hit the like button. It's almost 400 people in here. We got a lot to discuss. Now get on up in here. I don't know if Twitch have a like. I ain't never even been over there while I was live. But let me go ahead on and get y'all a little reset. You know what I'm saying? The 1, 2, ying. And then we're going to come right back. Hit the damn like button. Shit. All this time I'm putting it. Hit the like button.
Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your Lift it up. Then it bust it open, lift it up. Yeah. Come on, lift it up. Then it bust it open for your B-O-Y. Then it, for you, rockin' for you, lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bust or not.
Come on, blaze up. You know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
Have you hit the like button? Have you or a friend hit the like button? That is a question. Have you or a friend hit the like button? I'm not asking y'all to send me no money. I'm saying hit the like button. God damn. Bad enough YouTube thank y'all bots. Hit the like button, girl. Hey, Miss Lucky Girl. Hey, Black and Gold Beauty. Hey, look, well, shout out to my people pulling up from Twitch as you should. Thank you so much. Right? Ain't that right, Roman? I can't stand when they don't hit the like button. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Like, for real. Like, for real, this is what we doing. Just hit the like button. Y'all over here for a reason. Yay. Y'all over here for a reason. Come on, hit the like so we can get on with the show. This is easy. This is easy. It's not hard. That's what she said. Bro, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was laughing my ass off before I came on this live, bro. I ain't even lying. I'm still giving y'all a chance to hit the like button. Look, I was over there on Sean David Way page, and he was talking about Krishan, and they had a troll in there. And this boy put a helmet on and had a teddy bear in the bucket. And I laughed so hard. I could not stop laughing. Man, shout out to Sean. That nigga funny. Listen, that nigga hilarious. Do you hear me? I was weak in that. I caught it after, so I wasn't even in the comment section. Oh my God. Talk about hilarity. Oh my God. Girl, it was a lot. Also, I need you guys. First of all, let me just say this. Journey, if you're on here, please put a 5 or something in the chat. Journey. So you guys know I have been asking people, my subbies, my supporters, saying that I need things. And one day I was I just go to check my email. There you go. All right, hold on. I went to check my email, and the title said dolls or something like that. I can't remember. And this person said, I thought you could use some dolls for the dollhouse. And this is just, I didn't ask her, but this person, Journey, just hit me up out of the random and was like, hey girl, I thought you could use this. And not only sent me one set of dolls, she sent me 2 sets of dolls. And before I show everybody these dolls, let me tell you something, Champagne Secrets. You do not know how good it made me feel. That's why I kept telling you to call me on Instagram. You do not know how good it made me feel to see that somebody was number one even thinking of me. Secondly, for you to think of me and then put in the work that you put in. I adore those dolls. You have no idea. And I'm about to show everybody. We about to all look at them. I adore them. And even more than adore them, I appreciate you from the hills. You have no idea what you did for me. And then looking at what you sent me, I was like, there's no, like, I almost feel lucky. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just you. Everybody really been helping me behind the scenes. Herbal Trucker is the one who did my intro. Shout out to Herbal Trucker. Creative Ambitions did me a sketch. Some sketches. We got Yusef, Celebrity News, Celebrity Galactical News. Yusef, if you're on here, say something. I saw you earlier. But all of these people behind the scenes are really helping me out. And it's in major ways. And I just want you, Champagne Secrets, and also them as well. So I just want to say thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Like every time I get an email and somebody just random, like, here, girl, this is Yusef. Every time somebody here, like every time somebody's like, hey, girl, y'all go follow Celebrity Crime and Galactical News Galaxy, please. It really warms my heart that somebody is really at home. When I press in live, somebody thinking about me in the dollhouse. So I appreciate every single one of y'all so much. Yusuf did my background that you see on here. Y'all, words just can't express. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate every single one of y'all, even the ones in the chat that just come and show up every day and say what's up. Now let me show y'all these dolls. Let me show you how talented this girl is. Let me show y'all this. This is crazy. Peep this. Look at these dolls. Watch this. Can you guys see this? I'm gonna wait till it comes up. Look at this doll. And there's so many of them. Look. Look at these dolls. You know, I needed some for logo and brand, right? Look at these dolls. Look at how cold these dolls is, y'all. You can't make this shit up. Look. I need something for my brands, for my my what you call them, you know, my logos and stuff like that. This girl made, I would buy these dolls if I had a child and give them to my child. That's how beautiful these dolls are. When I opened this doggone thing and seen these dolls, y'all have listen, I was floored. Do you hear me? I was actually I couldn't type it in a response. That's why I was asking you to call me, because these dolls are top tier to me. I love them. I could not have asked for anything better. Different dolls. Look at all these different dolls. And like I said, I'm going to use them obviously for my brand. I'm going to use them for, you know, a couple of other things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, like, the words can't explain, you know, how this feels, you know? They are gorgeous. They are everything. And it's not even just the dolls, the background on these things. Look at this one in the French Quarter. You see the background on this one, the French one in the French Quarter? The one before that was on the Riverwalk. Like, the detail put into these dolls. Like, I am so appreciative of this person. And that lets me know that when I do stuff, you know, and it always happened like this, because I always listen to me. I always look out for other people. So when people look out for me, it really be different. It be kind of weird, but different, because I'm not expecting it. You know what I mean? But this is beyond beautiful. And I need your information for your brand, because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a lot of people in here. You see what I'm saying? Who would love to have you do some stuff for them. I am enamored and floored. And listen, they all so nice. I don't even know which one to pick. That's how nice they all. I don't even know which one to pick, because they all so nice. Like, if you can't make this shit up. Oh, we gonna definitely do t-shirts. We doing t-shirts, mugs, all kinds. We doing everything. Look at this shit. This is amazing. This girl sent me 45 different. You see this? And I'm going to show that I'm going to show them all, because I think that this person, you did more than your damn thing. The detail into this, ridiculous. Do you hear me? And I wanted to make sure that I got up on here and show what you gave to me out of the kindness of your heart. You ain't asked me for nothing. You just said, here, I know you could use this. Take this. You know what I'm saying? And you sending me this, I really was almost about to cry. I really was almost about to cry. Because I'm like, what? Somebody this talented sending me something? Like, y'all, merch coming soon. That's all I'm going to say. Merch coming, and when it comes, girl, it's about to be a whole nother type of time. Okay, do you hear me? Merch on the way. Got to know that part. And when the merch come, listen to me. Listen, Lindas, Larry's, Lakeisha's, Lenard's, and Leroy's. When the merch come, it's going to be thick. Do you hear me? Thick. Anyways, please give me your information, doll. Please give me your your information, so that we can put your information in the chat, because that was more than generous of you to do that. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. That's how I'm about to start crying. I remember when I opened the thing I went, and my man was like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I said, do you see this? He thinking somebody dead or something. It was just me just Florida looking at these dolls. It was just amazing. Like, for real. Show the other set. Let me see. Let me go get the other set. I think that was both of the sets at one, huh? Let me go see. Hold on. Let me go see. This is the doll right here. Please put your information in the chat. Please, so that we can highlight you. Because we have to do that. Let me see. I think she's saying there's another set. I think this is, let me see. Okay. Oh, yeah. I forgot about these. Let me show y'all these right quick. I got to show y'all these ones right here. Now, these are more animated than anything. Peep these, y'all. Peep these. Look at these. Y'all. See this little thick one right here? I love it. That little thick one right there, I absolutely love it. Look. Girl, listen. Fire. Do you hear me? Fire. And if I can get it taken care of correctly, y'all, I'm gonna make it to where you could choose the doll, or the what you want on your merch. You know what I mean? Fire. Every last one of them. Fire. I love her too. I love this one. This one looked like me when I was a baby. Fire though. Look. This shit so fucking dope, bro. Like, man, look. That girl made my week. I've been looking back at these photos ever since you sent them to me. Every time I turn up, but every time I want to pick one, I scroll to the next one. And oh, I love this one. How did I miss this one? Oh, I love the hat and this means so. Oh my God! To my people in the chat, to my people who understand what this means. OCO, tell me this ain't beautiful. Tell me this right here ain't beautiful. To my people who are my OCO people, tell me this ain't beautiful. I don't know how I missed this one. We about to get into the content, but I gotta, Bronze, you see it? You seen it? We about to get into the content, but I want to showcase this beautiful sister skills because these shits are off the fucking chain. You know what I'm saying? These are off the chain. Gorgeous. Do you hear me? Look at her. I love it. Look. Listen. Crazy, huh? Crazy. Look at the little baby. It's too cute. I see you, Alicia Tubbs. I am. Look. Man, watch out, man. Watch out. Y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this content. Shout out Champagne Secrets. Please put your stuff in the chat. If any of the mods see her information in the chat, please give me some type of something so we can make sure that this stuff gets out there to the people, girl, because you are super talented. Do you hear me? Ridiculously talented. All right. Let's get into this, y'all. If you haven't already, please like the video. 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 Video. Please like the video. It's free. God damn. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a channel, creative? Is that it? I don't know why. I'm sorry. Let me know if you have a channel, please. And yeah. So okay, let's get into it. So you guys, hold on, let me fix this. I feel like it's all in my face and all of that. Oh, let me see. How does the Toya accent sound on here? Cause Reggie need want to go by her daddy, and I had told Nee, I said, Nee, me and you have to be together because we grew up together. So how you gonna go by your daddy, Nee? And what I'm gonna do? I mean, I know I got Rainbow, but it's not the same because me and you grew up together. Nee, all Nee won't do is go be by her boyfriend and everything. But I be trying to tell Nee, I know I'm married, but you really like my first love. Don't leave me like that, Nee. Nee, you need to stop. You need to go where Nita at? Go get Nita. Go get Nita. Go get Nita and tell Nita she could watch Rainbow and me and you could go on a vacation because I feel like that's what we need to do. Get Nita to watch Rainbow and we gonna go on a girls trip and we gonna act like we sisters because we look the same age anyway. So yeah, go get Nita and Beatty. Beatty don't be really messing with nobody. Beatty be acting like she don't fuck with nobody. But at the end of the day, Beatty, it's really not us. It's Beatty. It's not us. It's Beatty. But yeah, Nate, go get Nita, go find Nita. You ain't seen Nita, go get Nita and tell Nita, she gotta come around here and get Rainbow because me and you going on a vacation. Mm-hmm. Now we done dragged enough. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Y'all know that's how that girl be sounding. Y'all know that's how y'all know that's how that girl be sounding. I do my own nails. Thank you. Nails by Monique. Girl, ooh, you do nails for real. I don't want to show you my nails. Never mind nails by Monique. I ain't showing you my nails. You do nails for real. I don't do nails for real. I'm practicing at the house. Girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am nails by mm-mm. No, ma'am. Never mind. Change my mind. I was about to show them to you till I saw your name was nails by somebody. I said, put your hands down, Fat. So I'm gonna put them down. I'm gonna put my hands on my lap and mind my business because what you're not about to do is be like, bitch. I told her it was cute, but bitch, when I looked at them, you know what I'm saying? That's I always do like this with my hands. I don't move my hands slow. I always move my hand fast. So people can't really see. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my hands down this stream since I know you do nails. I don't want you dragging me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a work in progress. I ain't got no training. I'm just going off a memory of been getting my nails done since I was 16. Yeah, the name scared the shit out of me. Esther, what shit? Look at me. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to show them that I saw nails by. I said, oh girl, put your hands down. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Put your hands down because see, when somebody really do stuff, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like to the average naked eye people, I'm like, oh, they cute. I'm like, okay, yeah. But when you do it, bitch, you be like, oh, they cute. As soon as you walk away, girl, that whole look so stupid, bitch, by the hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. So, shout out the Nails by, I forgot the last part of your name. Nails by Monet. There you go. Nails by Monet. You almost got me, Fat. You almost got me. Let me get you up here. You almost got me. But I was quicker than that. I was quicker than that. See what I'm saying? See how you almost got me, Nails by Monet? You almost got me. But shout out to me for being quick on my feet because I said, I'll be damned if I show Nails by Monet these nails. Oh, no, man. We gonna do that, but we not gonna never keep the hands still. You see what I'm saying? Never gonna keep them still. But shout out the nails by Monet. You know what I'm saying? Never gonna keep them still. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into it. Have you guys liked the video? Have you or a friend liked the video? I sure hope so, because we about to get into it. Okay, T Riddick, what is wrong with you, Fat? You not blocked on YouTube. I didn't block. No, I did ban a couple of people, but you wasn't one of them. You wasn't one of them. For real, you got to stop with all of that now. T, you're not black. Come on over to YouTube and say something. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Damn. I think that would be dope, Billy, to let y'all vote on the top 5 dolls. I think that would be dope. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Monique. Ugh. First and foremost, yes, I did see that Monique will be going on tour with brother Kiggity Cat Williams. Key Facts say the likes not adding up. Let me find out y'all just trying to hit a beat. Come on now, y'all. Damn. Like the video. Damn. Anyways, back to The interview. I did watch the interview. I would like to say that if people were going into this interview expecting a Cat Williams type of time, like a similar thing, that wasn't what's gonna happen, right? And let me tell you why. Because Cat Williams' whole deal, he had what Monique was saying and plus more, and I'm pretty sure there's much more Monique could have said. I'm pretty sure. But I feel like she did what needed to be done. Now let's start. Let me start off by saying this. This is my overall consensus of the interview. My overall consensus of the interview is the interview was awesome. I love the fact that Monique got to get off what she needed to get off on a main stage. I know she's been saying it, but if you haven't been following Monique, you don't really know what's been going on. See, I've been following Monique. I am a fan. I like her. I'm a fan of her work. Monique is one of the funnier female comedians. I'm saying female, but when you really think about it, she's up there. You could put her in a group with funny comedians, male or female. You know what I'm saying? Old Monique, not new Monique. Mad Monique, not Sweet Babies Monique. We got to be clear about what we're talking about here. You know what I'm saying? We can't be sitting up here talking about the same because there's two different Moniques. Like I said earlier on the live, you know how they had Big Luther and Lil Luther? We love them both, but we prefer Big Luther. Well, I like Big Monique over the Lil Monique. But the Lil Monique, when she got mad at Darylyn, remember y'all, she got mad at Darylyn, DL, and dragged him for filth to fisticuffs. Do you hear me? So much so I caught secondhand embarrassment. I'm sorry. But other than that, to me, the new Monique is too maybe because she's older, but I still love Monique, period. That's just what it is. She has been done wrong in the industry, amongst a lot of other people. She has not been given her just due. To say this is a Black woman who won an Oscar, and I don't put no weight on these awards, but if you look at the industry that she's in, to say that she's a Black fat woman at the time, a fat Black woman, kinky hair, all of the Negro features that most people don't want to acknowledge, to say that she was that and won an Oscar when they got actresses who've been doing this for their whole careers and they have not won an Oscar. I feel like the Black community hated on her. And the reason being I'm saying that is because that lady should have been treated with red carpet everywhere the hell she went. After she did that role in Precious and won that Oscar, that lady the red carpet should have been rolled out for her every single place she stepped. Do you hear me? We're not even talking about her full body of work. I'm talking about just that part in particular. The red carpet should have been rolled out for that sister. And I feel like, how, Black folk, I love my people, but I know it's better than anybody. We are crabs in a bucket. That's what we do. We are crabs in a bucket. I keep telling y'all, next time if y'all ever make crabs, fresh crabs, pay attention to what crab is grabbing onto the other. Pay attention. Pay attention. You would think the crab at the top is grabbing onto the other one for safety, but that ain't the case. It's the one at the bottom grabbing onto the one at the top because he ain't sure what the hell gonna happen once you get up out of that. They want to get out of the bucket. Do you understand what I'm saying? But ultimately, I watched the full interview, Esther. Yes, I did. Let me say this. That lady was treated horribly by our people, but that's how we roll. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how I go. You know what I'm saying? And I fear, I don't fear, because this is what reality is. Our people has become so accustomed to women, some Black women or Black women, period, to Black women being so strong that even when we came out or we would come out and have a feeling other than I got it or I can handle it. And it's not just Black men, Black women too. We have a horrible idea that, hey, she's straight, she gonna get it, she got it. And the whole time, we don't. And we've gotten so used to that to where when a Black woman finally cries out for help, most people ignore her. I said it at the very beginning. The only reason why the response from Taraji P. Henson was different from the response from Monique is because she's a fat black woman and she remind y'all of y'all mom. Let me see that part again. The only reason, because y'all ain't had no beef with Monique. All y'all knew is what Tyler Perry and Oprah said. Before that, ain't nobody said nothing bad about that lady. And if y'all peel back the layers, y'all know it is not that lady's obligation to do a promo for a movie that she's not getting paid for. She already took a pay cut by taking the $50K to do the role. The movie went on to win millions. This the same Lee Daniels, what's his name? Dame Dash said he was about to bop him upside the head, and Lee Daniels was shaking like a fish. You know what I'm saying? But my people is so used to just tearing each other down. And this lady did everything she was supposed to do, and y'all know that. And the reason why y'all wouldn't boycott Netflix is for two reasons. Number one, niggas love their entertainment. But number two, y'all didn't feel like her word was as strong enough, or y'all didn't. And I'm saying y'all because I never was on the bandwagon. I've never got on the hate train. I've said it since the very beginning. I believe what she's saying. We can see it materialize with other women and other people in the doggone industry. We see it every day. We literally see it every day. And I know that lady didn't get the response that Taraji got. And it's simply because she's a fat black woman. And she reminds you of your mom. If not your mom, your grandma. If not your grandma, your auntie. If not your auntie, your nan. If it ain't your nan, it's your sister. If it ain't your sister, the long short of it is she reminds you of you. So that's why y'all didn't take Monique seriously. Let's talk about it. Y'all took Taraji P more seriously. Not because Taraji P said anything differently, but y'all took Taraji P more seriously because number one, this is what y'all don't want to recognize, and this is what you guys don't want to acknowledge. Taraji P, although a black woman as well, she does not have the features that remind you of the average black woman. Let me say that again. Taraji does not have the features of the Fantasias, the big lips. She don't have the features of the Mo, the big lips, the big mouth. That she don't have that. She does have some sort of Western features. And that's why y'all took her seriously. That lady ain't said nothing no different than Monique had done already said. But y'all didn't want to hear it because it was Monique. That's your mama talking. You got resentment for your mama. This is men and women. Let's be clear. I don't want y'all to think I'm saying just for women. No. This is men and women. You get it? So that's why. That's why. Let me say this part as well. I'm happy she got up there. I'm happy she got up there without Daddy. Because Monique, I love Monique. I think that she's an amazing actress, an amazing star, amazing everything. But I'm worried about this strange addiction to Daddy. And we're going to get into it. Monique, this was your time to get on this stage. Just you, one-man show. This was a one-man show. And Monique is so geared and naturally wired to not only protect, but to raise this man up that she didn't even take this time to sit in her own accomplishments. It was all because my husband, my daddy, my husband. They just mad because we got love. Nobody is mad that they are in love. Nobody's upset that they're in love. I promise you. Monique we're going to get into it. I don't want to get into it yet, but I promise Monique, nobody's upset that you found a husband, Fat. I promise you. We just see something a little bit different. Does that make sense? And I love my sister or my queen mother because she ain't my we didn't jump rope together. We didn't shoot marbles together. She is an elder to me. I love her. And I want nothing but the best for her. And I hope the people who dragged her down to the ground are held accountable. Now, Oh yes, there's a great similarity there. You see what I'm saying? There's a huge similarity there, Astrofluent. There's a huge similarity there. Now, one is gonna say, well, they don't act the same, it's completely different. False. It's the same doggone it's the same attachment. Do you get it? We'll get into it later on. All right, so let's just get into it before we get to that. Daryl Lynn Hugley. Daryl Lynn, DL, Daryl Lynn Hugley. Let me say this part before we get into Daryl Lynn. I have never, ever, ever thought that he had a clean nose in none of this. Let me tell you why. When, rest in peace, brother Bernie Mac, before he got up out of here, he literally would come on and talk about how he wasn't really dealing with them. He didn't deal with them at all. But when the fume came, just like some old fake ass niggas, all three of them pulled up. Oh, that's my brother. That's my brother. Steve, to me, is the biggest snake in the grass I've ever seen. But I've always felt like DL, Darylyn, I always felt like he was a little bit too quiet. And that's typically the ones you have to watch. You know what I'm saying? But Darylyn decided to shoot back at Monique and her claims. And we're going to get into her claims by basically saying, she's a liar. Okay, prove it. And then go to insult her. Oh, all she do is eat. She do crunches, Captain Crunch. That's all you got, bro? That's it? Nigga, I had a better comeback than that in middle school. For real? Daryl Lynn. What is going on? And then he turned around and deflected the whole shit. This is how he did the whole stiff arm. Let me show y'all. See, y'all got to watch people. Look how he did the whole stiff arm. Then brought up the fact that he put it on his child, on the little girl, on his daughter. But we're going to get into it. DL is a sellout. Darylyn is a sellout. He has sold out the black community so many times, and we're going to get into it. But ultimately, he is the last person to say anything to me about anything. That nigga couldn't tell me nothing. Do you hear me? Okay, now that we've gotten that piece of property out of the way, let's go get this doggone interview. Now, we're not going to go through the whole thing, y'all. It was a 3-hour-long interview, which I watched all 3 hours. Yes, I did. I watched all 3 hours. Shout out to Shannon Sharpe. Good old boy, Shannon Sharpe. Good old boy. Shout out to the good old boy, Shannon Sharpe, over there with these 3-hour interviews. Like I said the last time, if he's smart, he will make his platform the place of truth and move around from there. You know what I'm saying? So who do we want to start with? Let's start with what's the girl name? Taraji, Rah. Let's get Rah up here. Let's go get Rah up here. Because I really feel like Rah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Rah, when she said what she said about Taraji, it hit a little different for me. Because I'm over here saying, well, wait a minute, Rah. Because remember, y'all, I said from the beginning, I said, well, Rah, where was your antennas when she was having all of these issues the first time? Remember, I said it. I was there when I said it. I know I said it. You know what I'm saying? And then she explained some behind the stuff, a lot of stuff that we're not privy to. And it all started to make sense. Let me see why it's not why I can't hit it. Hold on, let me make sure the sound is good, y'all. Y'all know I'm over here screaming and all of that. Let me fix the audio, child. Mic, speakers. Mm-hmm. All right, let me see. Will it play here? Nope. Will it play here? Nope. All right, let's just do this. I'll listen to it from another what you call them. Let's leave it where it's at. All right, let's go get this. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Let me share the screen. As long as you can hear it, that's fine. I'll look at it from another device. And I'll just mute my mic. Let me know if you guys can hear this, please, and thank you.
Before our turn comes. We got to ask for it right now. Now, I understand that because there was a time I felt the same way.
Exactly.
Because that's what I was told.
Right.
You just keep going and we'll get them the next time.
No, you
we'll
can't
get them
hear
the
it.
next time.
Nope.
We'll get them the next time. And the next time never comes. And then you see our
Stand by, you
sister
guys. Stand
broken,
by.
sitting on those platforms. Now, when
Let me
I
get y'all
said
situated.
when I said
Let me
it,
get y'all situated.
Why
Hold
didn't it
on.
get the traction
Oh,
when
you can hear it?
said
You can hear it? Okay,
that
cool.
when
Y'all can
she
hear it.
said
Okay.
it, now all of a
All right.
sudden everybody is coming. And I don't have a problem. I'm glad.
Yes.
But if you said this a decade ago, and I remember you saying it over a decade ago, why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it?
I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're
Girl, my bad. Struggle streaming. My bad. Listen, first of all, she looked amazing. Shout out to Monique. She looked amazing, but we got to pay attention to the words she's saying, right? We have to pay attention to the words that she is saying because she is really speaking to things that we all know exist, that we all know is, jacked up, but we all just shut up and be quiet about it. Does that make sense? Let's get into it. Let's get back into it. Because it's ridiculous, y'all. Hold on.
You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. We say they. We say the people. We say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say our heroes' names?
You're very specific.
These are our heroes. How could you say their names out loud? Because they're the ones that did it. And if I don't say it out loud, now you see a woman that is swallowing that pain, that is so stressed out. Then you see our sister Taraji P. Henson sit on that platform. And I love that baby because she's a beautiful spirit. But to see her that broken, what our community was saying was, we have a hard time, some of us, we have a hard time seeing a strong Black woman with her back straight and a chin up and a strong Black man standing by her side. We have a hard time
To be honest, do you guys see what I was saying? She was on the right path. She's talking about Taraji. Hold on. She was on the right path. She was doing what, she was there. And then it back to the man. That's just one thing I kept noticing her do that. But listen to what she's saying, y'all. Listen to what she's saying. She's basically saying, like I said before, she's saying what we all know. I need to fix she's saying what we all know. Exactly, Christian. There's no need to bring up daddy. I don't know. To me, it gives me they made a pact before she went on there that she would make sure she puts him out there or something. Like, it's weird. But when it pertains to Monique and Taraji, I feel like it's the same classic thing that we've always done. It's, don't say nothing because I'm watching you get your ass tore up. I don't want to get mine tore up. So I'm going to just sit back and it's all right for me, but it's all right for you till it's not all right. Yes, he does, Caramelly Mel. He definitely takes away from the interview. let's go back and finish. I gotta fix this sound, y'all. I'm gonna be looking on this. Hold on.
Accepting that, but we can accept seeing a Black woman broken. Now it's really serious because she's falling apart. Our community had a hard time with those two things. And when I would hear people say, why is her husband there? Why is he there? It's a sad day when we're questioning why a Black man would stand with his Black woman. So when you hear Black women saying we're the most undervalued, disrespected, underserved, mistreated, violated, exploited, we get all of that. Then you see a Black man standing with his Black woman saying, not on my watch. And you hear some Black men saying, why her husband gotta be there? We're in a sad state of affairs when we begin to question Black love and Black unity. So they didn't want to hear me.
How did we get here? How did we get here? How do we see what I'm saying? I know I'm not tripping. The question is about you and Taraji. And what y'all got. How did we get here? How did we get here? That could be true. T. Robert said she thinks that she uses her husband as a crutch because everyone's stolen from her. That's true, Star. Listen, you're right. She says not going to lie. She's kind of right. Because when we don't see the husbands, we always question where they are. We have to choose. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like he has every right to be there, as he should. But I guess I'm noticing something a little different. I look at stuff a little different. Yes. And listen, this was the gag abundance. He's a D9 org member. And so is DL, Daryl Lynn. Now I'm trying to figure out how he got in, because that nigga, from what I heard, don't even have a high school diploma. They say he got a GED. Oh, I forgot. D9s, all the celebrities get to be a D9 member for free. I forgot. My bad. My bad. I forgot. That was on me. My bad. I forgot all the D9 members are getting all the celebrities in for free. You don't have to do nothing. All you got to do is be a celebrity. They let you in for free. Girl, this is a lot. I don't know, y'all.
Some of them, because of what I look like, because I spoke about their heroes, and because they saw that man standing right there strong.
Did they question the validity? Because we had never seen this before. Not so public, not so present.
Yes.
Did they question you and his relationship?
Me and my husband?
Yes.
When you say question,
what is like?
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on
Okay. Did they think that was your husband, or what? Was he your manager? Because he's been everything. Yes. He's your lover. He's your manager.
Name
he's your confidant.
Name him.
He's the father.
Come on, name him.
Whatever. He's all encompassing.
Yes.
He's a toolbox with all the tools that Monique needs.
All of them.
And so when I heard people saying that, why is he there? Why does he have to be in every interview? Why does he have to be in the background? Why can't Monique do that? Why not?
Why not? Why not? And that's when you see, and these are my sisters, but when you see Taraji, when you see Viola, when you see our sisters speaking out, you never see. You never see.
Let me say this as well, you guys. Let me say this. We have to keep in mind and give her grace, and I give her this grace. I give her the grace that she has been abused as a child. She really has. And I don't think she fully dealt with that. So I have to give her that grace. Also, she loves her husband. I don't find anything wrong with that as well. But to me, and again, I look at things different. And I don't think it has nothing to do with old school bronze, because my mom and dad have been married 40 years and they don't act like that. They don't act like that, I'm telling you. They don't act nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. But I do feel like he's extremely dependent upon him. And at some point, husband or not, that can be healthy. That's the only thing I would say. The only thing I would say was at some point it can be unhealthy. But I'm happy that she was able to do the interview, without him and talk. But remember, I told y'all at the beginning, I said, every time we going in the right direction, it seems like somehow she bring it to him. Like, what does he have to do with him? His question about whatever. Let's get back into it, because I don't want to spend too much on the Taraji portion. Let's get back into it, because this is crazy.
Their representation sitting right there with them. Mm-hmm. You never see them saying, listen, we got to fight together.
Right.
My husband is also my manager, which is my representation.
Right.
But again, we've been so beat down that some of us have a problem with this black man saying, I'm standing right here strong, right, and I will not flinch and I will not budge. What a sad state of affairs we are now in, where you have people that look like you and I, mm-hmm, that would question why this man is standing there. That, for the life of me, is disheartening. Mm-hmm. When we heard Brother Malcolm say,
I still don't understand how we get there. I still don't understand how we get there. Yeah, I agree. No, Natasha. He was there for her through one of her toughest times. She loves him. Absolutely. I agree. But it's just, is it me? Am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's me. Let me just, but we gonna go through it. But maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. It might just be me. So let me, I'm still waiting to get to Taraji. Let's fast forward a little bit, see what we say about Taraji.
I believe it was the NAACP, mm-hmm, did not think she would be accepted by the white people. Mm-hmm. They had to get somebody that they said the white people could accept. We keep repeating the same thing, because what I said is no different than what anyone else is saying. Not at all.
Right.
It was the messenger. And it was the way that I'm not putting my head down. I'm not shedding one tear. I'm not going to say, I don't want to say their name because I might get in trouble. I'm going to say all of it.
Right.
Because when you really think about that little girl coming behind you, what I don't ever want that baby to see is me broken. I don't want her to see me falling apart. And I understand it. I understand how it can happen, Shannon, when you may not.
This is the part, you guys, that matters. Listen, none of us think about the people coming up under us. We don't even, at this point in 2024, for the most part, we don't even really care about these kids. So the fact that she has the mindset of, it's bigger than me. What about the people we got to stand for something now, because later on we not, you know what I mean? It'll be too late for the next girl. It's the same thing when she said she spoke to Oprah. I mean, not Oprah, goddamn. What's the lady name? Whoopi Goldberg. And Whoopi Goldberg was like, that's on them. You need to get you. What did Steve Harvey tell her? Tell her the worst thing you could do for poor people is become one of them. So like, that's something that we have to work on in our culture, because we don't understand how to really care. That's why our culture is dissipating the way that it is, because nobody cares about the future. Everybody's living for the now and for me. Everybody has a me mentality. It's just about me and me. That's it. Just me. But at the end of the day, we have other people to worry about. And since everybody thinks about me, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh yes, Breeza, is that how you say your name? There is no community, just capitalism. Absolutely. And it's sickening. And we wonder why we're at the stage we are today. But you got to think about it too. Let me say this part. See all of these people in Hollywood, they had to step on people's toes to get where they at, especially if they successful. Monique included, Kat included. Nobody's, discluded. That's not even a word. Nobody's not included in this. You know what I mean? They all had to do that. But I can appreciate the ones who go down and say, you know what? Yeah, we got to fix this. Because the majority of them, is scared to lose their coin, scared to lose the fame more than the coin. The fame, I think black folk more in love with the fame than the coin. Excluded. Thank y'all. I think black folk more afraid of the losing the fame than the coin. So with that being said, we'll sit up there and do whatever it takes to make sure we maintain this look, this image. That's all it is. That's not real life. It's an image. And then, if it means shitting on some people, then so be it. And that's why certain people make it further than others. Steve Harvey, DL, doggone Said the entertainer. That's why. That's absolutely why. But I think that when she had the whole shit going on and Taraji was there and we about to get into it, I think that made me look a little different. That's why I said the same thing from when I first heard Taraji saying, I said, oh, rah. Where was your antennas when Monique? That was my very first response. Where was your antennas when Monique was going through the same thing? Rah. You get it? I don't know, y'all. Like I said, maybe it's different for me. I don't know. Whatever. Let's get into it.
Not have a foundation at home.
Correct.
When you may not have that man at home or that woman at home, whomever, that support person saying you're not crazy.
Right.
I got you. Come on. We're going to go through this. We're going to get through this. So for us, if we start taking things for what they are and get out of our emotions, we will be so far along.
Getting an LLC for your business doesn't have to look like this. Just Google LLC Taylor Brands. It's totally easy. You pick a
This is not going to work. Listen. When that lady said, when we get out of our emotions, when that lady said we need to get out of our emotions, she spoke a word. Do you hear me? Because black people are so far up in their emotions. Hold on. Black people are so far up in their emotions, it's ridiculous. Let me see. I might be here. Let me see if I can hear through these headphones. Oh, that's why it's delayed. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying because I can't hear it through this with this thing on. Let me see if I can hear it through these headphones. But no, this is the thing. Oh, when I saw Natasha, when I saw what Kevin did to her, but it's on brand for Kevin. It is definitely on brand for Kevin. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely on brand for Kevin. For sure. For sure. But let me see. Let me put it back up. I have to get it up again. I'm sorry, you guys. Give me 1 second. Let's get it back up. Okay. I want to see if I can hear it through these what you call them. Hold on. Nope. Still can't hear it. Let me check my settings, you guys, because it's gonna keep being delayed if I don't figure this part out. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry for the struggle screen. Figure it out. Output. There we go. Got it. Got it. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. Hold on. I got it, y'all. Sorry about that. I was struggle streaming for a bit, but I got it. I just had to change the settings. But look, so let's get back to this other part. And listen, I'm showing you guys this in the way that I'm showing it to you because I want you to see. I swear to God, I love the interview. I think Monique did such a wonderful job, but I'm not going to hold y'all. I took more weight about daddy than anything. And somebody said she a little bit older, so maybe I won't understand. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask my mama when I get off live. If you're on here, I'm gonna call you when we get off here because I need to see if this is, you know what I'm saying? Like I really need to know. I really need to know for real. All jokes aside, let's get her back up here because I'm confused. Oh yes, black people definitely need to operate out of logic and not their emotions, and that was the realest thing she said. Hold on.
My family took.
That was the realest thing she said. Black people has to stop operating out of their emotions. That's why we have the situations we have right now. That is why. Everybody has logic and emotion, but everybody don't know how to separate them and use them differently. And listen, I'm with you, El Hombre Negro. El Hombre Negro. Listen, I am okay with her calling him daddy. Whatever you do inside your relationship, that part don't really bother me. I think the part that concerns me is, and if you pay attention to what she's saying, pay attention to how she's speaking, y'all. Pay attention. Hey, Uncle Charles, listen, pay attention to how she'll be on a path to talk about something and then go right to daddy. That part just different. But again, we do have to stop with the emotional crap. Let's get back into Monique. What happened, Monique girl?
A hit, Shannon. And when I tell you we took a hit,
Right.
We took a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see our sister go through that, you see her go through, and we act like our eyes didn't see what it saw when we watched that promotion happen with the color purple.
Right.
We wanted to act like we didn't see how Oprah Winfrey treated Taraji. In my humble opinion, when you saw her walk up, you saw that there was tension. You saw that there was something happening.
Right.
And then when you see Taraji write her a love letter, it's like, listen, we got to stand tall and stand strong on what we know.
I believe, this is my belief, I believe Taraji was either threatened behind the scenes, and I don't know if it's threatened with her career. Something happened for Taraji to turn around after all of that and write this lady a love letter and say this lady did everything right. Nobody's going to convince me that Taraji just did all of that for no reason. Nobody's going to convince me that Taraji did all of that crying and acting a fool for no reason. See, I keep telling y'all, these people are puppets. You can't do what you want to do. You have to do what you're told. And I'm pretty sure Taraji was scolded, especially after they seen those doggone ticket sales and seen the sales of that box office. I'm pretty sure she was scolded and probably threatened her career behind the scenes. I promise you.
We know you were mistreated. We know it wasn't right. We know it was unfair. And then you turn around and say, oh, but Lady O handled it. I have a problem with that. Because that allows Lady O to keep on doing what she's doing. And we're in a position of, I don't want to say nothing because we saw how Monique got whooped. Now, again, that's just my humble opinion. But I don't know how else to frame that. It's like, listen, you better fix that because you saw what they did to her. You saw how they.
You see what she said? You better fix that because you saw what they did to her. That's right. Didn't I just say threaten her career?
Treated her.
Is it a situation? Do you believe it's a situation that Oprah might have faced something similar that maybe wasn't as public as you? And she's looking at it. Well, if I faced that, went through it and came out on the other side and look at me, it should be okay. Because sometimes we get that with parents. I struggle. You say my kids should have to struggle sometimes also. Do you think that might be something going on with her? Or you just like, there's a disconnect?
There's a disconnect.
Before Mo answers that, let me just say this about the Black community. We have adopted that mentality. Oh, if I went through it and made it out, you can too. That's like the Christianimals. The old ass hoes who around here promoting the bullshit with Krishan, that's the Christianimals. Oh, I made it through. You should be fine. That is operating out of a place of self-hate. And we don't even realize it. That is literally operating out of a place of self-hate. That's literally all it is. And people don't realize that they think that they're making you stronger or it's going to make you better. It doesn't. It doesn't make you better. It's you operating out of a place of self-hate. That's all it is.
Okay.
There's a disconnect, and there's been a disconnect for years. There's a disconnect. And I think what happens is we place people on these pedestals and we say, oh, no, you can't do no wrong. We don't even want to hear it.
Right.
And when you hear cats say, you know what they do? They don't say anything and they act like it didn't happen. I'm going to keep talking until you take accountability.
Right.
Until you say, Uncle, I've done this. That's why it was so important. From Oprah Winfrey to Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels. Now, Lee Daniels was the only one I had to deal with. Did you see Lee Daniels apologize? He walked out on that stage. Not only did he apologize on stage, that man apologized to our children. That man apologized to our children and said,
let me be clear too, even though Lee Daniels is the only one she had to deal with, don't be fooled and think that Lee Daniels didn't have backdoor deals with with Tyler Perry and Oprah. Remember, this is why, what's her name? No, Dame Dash wanted to pop him upside the head. Remember Dame Dash said he seen them and almost choked him up? See, we got to understand these people in these so-called high places, they got bosses and they got people they got to answer to too. And that would be the only reason why they were so invested in her promoting this movie. This ain't even your movie. What's the problem? I wouldn't have accepted the apology if it were me, because I feel like it would have, honestly, the apology wouldn't be for me. It would be for him. But I would accept it, but I would move on. We would not be working together or none of that. I'm sorry. You've affected my life so much so, and I hate when people say, oh, well, you should accept it because, you're going to harbor hate. No, just because I don't accept something or somebody does not mean I'm harboring hate. That could actually mean I'm protecting me. I'm protecting myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe that. I just think, I think that's the way people shame you into accepting people's apology and shit.
I need to apologize for what I put y'all through. He's the only one I had to deal with. However, it became a problem with Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry that I wouldn't do something and work for free. And I will say this right now on your show. I still love y'all. We still love y'all.
All right, Monique. See, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta be honest, Monique. Miss Mo, TT, Nene. I gotta be honest, Monique. I gotta be honest. Monique is a gaslighting motherfucker. Monique will drag you down to your knees. Do you hear me? And turn around and say, but I still love you, my sweet babies. I ain't making this shit up. Monique, I ain't gonna lie. Nene, TT, I gotta call you down to the red carpet, Pat. You will drag somebody down to the ground and say, but I still love you, my sweet babies. I don't want your love now. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, I don't want it. You just dragged me. I got skid marks all on my ass from you dragging me. Now you want to tell me you love me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. All due respect. No disrespect. Just all due respect. I'll decline, ma'am. No, ma'am. Monique is crazy. Now, we done got off of Taraji, and I agree with what she's saying. Taraji, again, they're all playing this game, and I hate that term. I despise the term playing the game, but they're all playing the game, and I just hate it. I hate it because that perpetuates the bullshit even more. Now, let's go get, I know who I want to go get. Let's go get Kevin Hart. Okay, let's go get K Hart. Everybody's favorite little boy, little man. Let's go get everybody's favorite little man. Because that little Negro, that little Oompa Loompa is a little leprechaun. Y'all remember that movie Leprechaun in the Hood? What movie that was where the leprechaun was popping up? That's little Kevin. That's little Kev. That's little Kev. He made me look at him way different.
Now, when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, you're like my mother, you're like my aunt, you're like my sister. Okay? Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, I don't really know Oprah, but I'm going to reach out to Tyler. I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler.
Mind you, y'all know he cool with Tyler and them. From remember what movie that was they did when it was that was Steve Harvey. That was Steve Harvey Think Like a Man. Y'all remember that when it was in the thing? But didn't he work with Tyler Perry too? You know, it's all a small circle. I don't know.
Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do. Now, let me say that before we go any further, because I want to make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit. When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check and said, here you go.
Let me tell you something too. Money ain't a thing to a nigga with money. You know how the old term say tricking, it ain't tricking if you got it. Just because a person will give you money, mind you, him and Monique worked on Soul Plane together. Y'all remember the movie Soul Plane? Just because a nigga will give you money, you would think they really genuine. That don't necessarily mean that, because when you got it, it ain't nothing.
Forever grateful for that. When we were able to give it back, we said, brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top, because I don't ever want nobody to think
like
me and my husband. So I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out. Then when he came back with, I got you. I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, I'll executive produce. I'll partner with you. I said, good shit, Kevin, because we're in a deal with Endemol and we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world,
Correct.
right? And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, Kevin Hart said, whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner, executive use. They was like, oh, this is incredible, because when you put Kevin Hart's name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by. We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, we just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky. And Dave Becky said, Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So what?
I believe that very first call that clear man called over there and said, that's what Kevin said. And I also believe that Kevin has handlers and he has people that he has to answer to. And even if he genuinely wanted to work with her, they told him, get your little ass over here. And he did. That's just my belief.
Whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. You know, he doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique.
So what changed between the 2 weeks and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo, hey, we got you. So what transpired, or what do you think transpired between then, that 2 week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol, and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now. I said, wait a minute.
That was the stall. In my opinion, Kevin was stalling, in my opinion. Kevin knew right when that manager, listen, the manager can't make no decisions without Kevin giving the okay. That's not how that worked. The manager worked for Kevin. Kevin don't work for the manager. Kevin knew that it was already a no-go when she called, but he was stalling. Like Tyler Perry gonna stall. Peep this.
Are you okay though with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication. That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again.
You get it? Are y'all tracking what's going on? Are you guys tracking what's going on? She said that was they had the conversation and she never talked to him again. Ain't nobody about to tell me, listen to what I'm saying. Ain't nobody about to tell me that it just so happened to happen that way. These people are puppets. They have people who tell them what to do. That's how this works. That's how this whole thing goes. You don't make your own decisions. You don't own you. They own you. That's the way this shit goes. So I believe that he was told, leave that alone. And he had to. I think Devin says, why didn't he just say the truth? But maybe he thought she would say something, but he still should have been honest. Absolutely. But you got to understand, you don't own you. You don't own you. I believe them people said, stay away from her. And that was that. I believe that's what it is. I don't care. I believe that's exactly what them people say. Stay away from there. Don't go around there. Don't talk to her. Da, 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 da. And that was a wrap. Listen, the moment Kevin Hart decides to not follow directions or follow orders of the powers that be, it could either end up having him unalive somewhere, or it could end up having him broke and destitute back at square one. And this is what I never understood about black folk. We so scared of being poor when we've been poor all our life. And poor, most of us won't even never go back to the poor we were. Ain't that crazy? Most of us will never go back to the poor we were. That's crazy. But we just so scared. Oh, we terrified. We terrified. Yes, ma'am, we terrified. Let's go to Oprah. Let's get Oprah up here. And I can't play it all, y'all. It's a lot. I wish I could, but I can't. Hold on, here we go. Let's get on Oprah a little bit, because she kind of touched on it with Taraji, but because I got a lot I want to show y'all on this DL part. So let's get on Oprah real quickly.
Platforms. It was painful to watch. However, Taraji and I had a conversation over a decade ago.
Yes.
In my trailer when I was doing the Monique show. And she said, you know, you got to keep on getting it until your turn comes. And I said, Taraji, most of us die before our turn comes. We got to ask for it right now. Now, I understand that because there was a time I felt the same way.
Exactly.
Because that's what I was told.
Right.
You just keep going and we'll get them the next time. We'll get them the next time.
That's that passed down trauma. Oh, no, yeah, you got to keep going. It's going to make you stronger.
We'll get them the next time. And the next time never comes. And then you see our sister broken, sitting on those platforms. Now, when I said it.
Sorry, you guys. Sorry. I think we saw this part. Let's fast forward to.
Why didn't it get the track?
You hear Black women saying we're the most undervalued when you may not have a foundation at home. It was so important. From Oprah Winfrey to Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels. Now, Lee Daniels was the only one I had to deal with.
Okay, we saw that part.
Did you see Lee Daniels? Tyler Perry. I don't want you to take me at my word. I want you to hear his words. And what did you hear that man saying? What did you hear that man saying?
He said it.
What did he say?
Is that?
Look at how scared Shannon is to repeat what he heard. I got it on my page. We about to go get it. But look at how scared Shannon Sharpe is to say what he heard on that recording. These people listen, y'all have to understand the way this goes. These people don't own themselves. She said, what did that man say? That nigga sat there and contemplated like he had to bet on he was thinking about his life. Pete.
The word.
The word.
Right?
Yes.
Well, we sent you the audio of Tyler Perry. I don't want you to take me at my word. I want you to hear his words. And what did you hear that man saying? What did you hear that man saying?
He said it.
What did he say?
Is Monique, you know you're not supposed to be recording people.
Are y'all tracking? Are y'all tracking? Because right after we finish this little portion, we're gonna go get what he said, because I got it.
Against his. And then on top of that, it would have been, he's so powerful, we can't even pay no attention to that.
Right.
Well, now I have him on audio, which is legal to do where we live.
Right.
Okay. We have him on audio. And do you know what some people then said? Why would you record him? Just like you sat there and said, you know what's illegal to do. But did you hear what the man said?
Nobody cares what he said. You know why? Because people care more about saving their own ass. That's why. Nobody cares what he said. Nobody cares if you can prove it. They just care about their own ass. And remember, I told y'all about that me mentality. Remember, I told y'all about that. Let's go to my page and get the conversation that was recorded, because this is very important. I heard it back then, but it just resurfaced on Twitter. But this is the conversation between what's the lady name, Monique, and Tyler Perry behind the scenes. And this is, listen to what he said. Peep this. Let me take this down. Hold on. Peep what Tyler Perry said behind the scenes between her and her husband. And let me say this before we get on here. Before we talk about this, let me say this about the husband. One thing I will give her husband, he didn't let Tyler Perry screw around with him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't let Tyler Perry move this on to the side and da-da-da-da-da-da. He held his feet to the fire, and Tyler Perry was over there stuttering. Peep this out.
We don't know this sister to be no bullshit. We know she a loudmouth. We know she'll say some shit off the wall. But what we know about it is she true to her word.
And all I would ask you is two questions. The first question is, did you not just say it was wrong?
Tyler.
Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
I absolutely said that, yes.
So the question I would say is,
okay, is there a number? You know, taking that back to them was just a huge problem, okay? And I'm going to take a couple of things in a minute, because I just watched your podcast, and it really broke my heart, because number one, I feel you. I feel the sadness that's from you in all of this. And I don't want you to feel that. I mean, especially for me. I can't speak for anybody else. But for me, I'm not anyone that wants to hurt or offend anybody, especially you. I think you are brilliantly talented. I think you should have a lot more happening than you from that award. I thought for sure that if you had campaigned and won it and played by their rules, what would happen is in the next deal, you would have got more money, millions of dollars, and your career in the film would have been much different.
Wait a minute, hold up. We don't know this sister to be no bullshit. We know she a loudmouth. We know she'll say some shit off the wall. But what we know about it is she true to her word. Listen to. I like the fact that he held Tyler Perry feet to the fire.
Say it was wrong?
Tyler.
Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler?
I love the fact that he held her feet to the fire. And his feet to the fire. And keep in mind, Tyler Perry is 6'6". He a big ass teddy bear, a big ass soft cushion.
Absolutely. Yes.
So the question I would say is,
okay, is there a number? You know, taking that back to them was just a huge problem. Okay, and I'm going to take a couple of things in a minute, because I just watched your podcast, and it really broke my heart, because number one, I feel you. I feel the sadness that's from you in all of this. And I don't want you to feel that. I mean, especially for me. I can't speak for anybody else. But for me, I'm not anyone that wants to hurt or offend anybody, especially you. I think you are brilliantly talented. I think you should have a lot more happening than you from that award. I thought for sure that if you had campaigned and won it and played by their rules, what would happen is in the next deal, you would have got more money, millions of dollars, and your career in the film would have been much different.
Wait a minute, hold up. We don't know this sister to be no bullshit. You see what I'm saying? We know he admitted it on this call. He literally admitted it, and then turned around and, you know, tried to play, you know. But again, these are the men that we see that look to be strong and brawn and all that, and they really bitches. They the ones probably allegedly bending over. They doing the bending. Remember on that Tyler Perry movie? So that means you he said, I ain't doing the bending or something. She said, so you doing the bending? That's what it gives to me. That's what it gives to me. That's literally what it gives.
Did.
Violated you.
Yeah.
I mistreated you.
Yeah.
Do you know, Shannon, that's cost my family tens of millions of dollars?
Yeah.
Over a lie and a rumor?
Is he gonna he's gonna compensate you for that?
I want you to look in your camera.
Yes.
And I want you to talk to Tyler Perry because you heard what that man said. So ask him, will he compensate my family for that?
Tyler, will you come on Club Shay Shay and let's have a conversation about the fair compensation for what transpired between you and Monique? You can sit right here.
Fine.
Right.
We are always going to be connected.
Sorry, you guys. Because I'm sorry.
The phone. Tyler Perry calls her back and says, I will meet with Monique, but not with her husband. Now, you ready for this?
Yeah.
And then Monique has to apologize publicly to say Oprah and I had nothing to do with messing up her career.
But that'd be a lie.
Look in the goddamn camera.
I thought
you see what I'm saying?
In the mall says, we just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky.
That part.
Understand it.
Right.
Because we've been conditioned that way.
Because when you had to get somehow
have a conversation with Tyler Perry. We will sit down and have a conversation with the presidents of Lionsgate. We will sit down and have a conversation with anyone that is, I'm going to say, brave enough to sit down and have a conversation. But what happens is within seconds, if Tyler Perry was to sit right here, you would say, man, I heard you. What you trying to tell me about this sister? Within seconds, Oprah Winfrey would know that people would say, hold up. See, when I speak about Oprah Winfrey, and let me be clear, I love that sister because she's our sister.
Mm-hmm.
She just got to come back across the street. We got the light on. When I speak about Oprah Winfrey, I speak about that woman because she's spoken about me. And when you begin to speak about me privately, I'm going to speak about you publicly. Mm-hmm. You've been unfair. You've been unjust. And you watched a Black woman be thrown under the bus and you said nothing. And here's what's interesting as well. My husband was saying to me, after I won the Oscar award, right?
Mm-hmm. Really quickly.
And she had the people come
to talk. Before we get to this part right here is very, very, it's different because now she's going to go into talking about how they were at the awards. I forget which one, but they were at these awards and her husband told her, oh, they really cheering for you, not for Oprah. And I'm sitting here saying, I don't know, maybe that's a private conversation a husband and wife should have, but I'm sitting here saying, that's why these people don't like you. Now you being messy. That's just to me. I don't know. Beep it out.
To the Oscar winners. And I go on the stage and I talk to the Oscar winners. Well, when we go to a commercial, the people in the audience, and I say this humbly, as my husband was telling me, he said, Mama, they wasn't screaming Oprah. They were screaming Monique.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
So much so, I had to say, y'all gonna shut that shit up now. We get ready to go back on the air. We having fun, right? He said, but I watched Oprah. He said, and I watched her almost turn in her seat like they screaming her name. Now, some people will say, oh, Monique, you're reaching. Well, let me tell you what then happens. The movie, The Butler,
mm-hmm.
that movie was offered to me.
Do you guys believe that, give me back up here. I'm sorry, this light irritates me. Do you guys believe that they were rooting for Monique more than Oprah? Do you guys believe that that's what really happened? I believe it could happen. I definitely believe it could happen, but I don't know because it is still Oprah. You know what I mean? Black people love Oprah. Especially Black women, we used to love some Oprah. I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know. Let me get it back up here.
Lee Daniels came out and said, I did offer Monique the Butler. But as he said to me, he said, Mo, at the time I didn't have no power and I didn't have.
Sorry, y'all. It's doing that. Hold
no
on.
money. So when Oprah said she wanted it, so who played the lead role in The Butler? Oprah Winfrey. Lee Daniels was getting ready to do a biopic on Richard Pryor, and he offered me the grandmother. Who then calls Lee Daniels and says, I want to be the grandmother. So as you're looking at me, it's the same.
It's loading. But let's be clear. Lee Daniels have been putting out some Oscar-winning movies. Let's think about what we're talking about here. Lee Daniels have been putting out some Oscar-winning movies. So if you ask me, it seems to me that Oprah was over there trying to be up under Lee Daniels so she can get a Oscar 1, 2, yin. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's given. Because Lee Daniels has been putting out Oscar-winning. He has. He literally has. She never sat too well with me neither, Karika, at all. At all. It never really hit for me the way it hit for everybody else. It never hit for me the way it hit for everybody else. Let's get it back up here.
Same way I'm looking at that sister. And I'm saying, why don't we sit down and have a conversation? Because the way things could look, it may not be that way, but just the way things look, Oprah. Just the way you would have my family on your show, Oprah.
One might say, Mo, well, I mean, if the role, if they're looking for a black,
Big, go ahead and say it. Shannon's so careful with his words. He wants to say fat black woman.
I don't care what nobody say. Oprah having that woman's family on her show was the worst thing she could have ever done. And let me say this also. I don't know if you guys know this. Monique's brother abused her, essayed her when they were younger. And she had that boy on her show. She had that boy on her. I'm talking about Oprah, even after, you know what I'm saying? She knew what it would do to Monique, you know what I mean? And diminish her life. She had that girl on that show. And I mean, that boy on that show against her will. And if you ask me, it was purposely done. It was purposely done so that she can so it can affect her. It literally, that's what I believe. I don't care what nobody say. She did that on purpose. Oprah, you got to be a snaky bitch, a snaky person to make the type of money and get the type of fame that they have. You have to be a snaky person. You cannot not do that. You know what I mean? But her having that man on her show and that girl, that lady family, that was cold-blooded. That was cold fucking blooded. And you know, Oprah gonna burn, in my opinion, Oprah gonna burn in hell. If hell is really full of fire, Oprah gonna burn in it. Peep it. Look at this.
But I've been in denial for 37 years. And that is, I did assault, inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her. And for that, I apologize, and I'm humbly sorry.
2 years ago, Monique revealed she had been molested by her brother and used that pain to give her Oscar-winning performance in Precious.
Some may think that you're only doing this to get into the good graces of your sister now because she has an Academy Award.
Nah, I'm doing this to apologize to my sister, to hopefully bring back some family unity.
As for their relationship now, Monique recently told Barbara Walters there is none.
Did your brother ever apologize to you?
The apology that I got from my brother is, if you think I did something wrong, then I'm sorry.
They were my exact words to my sister. Well, there's no more if you think I did it. You were absolutely right with what you said. I did it. I'm not proud of it. Monique, I think I'm sorry.
And a lot of people would think that Gail is just, you know, Gail a dirty bitch too. Let's talk about it. Gail is a dirty bitch. But two birds of a feather gotta flock together. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even with Oprah, y'all remember she did that thing with Michael Jackson's accusers after that man was no longer here. Do you guys recall that? Like, why would she's and listen, don't get me wrong. You think that this is Oprah making these decisions on her own? Oprah don't own Oprah. Oprah don't own Oprah. This is something that she's doing because she's being told to do it. But at the expense of each other, it's just ridiculous. It's sick and it's ridiculous. I haven't had enough of the Oprah part. Let's get into the good part, okay? Let's go to DL. DL, Darylyn, get up here. Did I cover everybody I was supposed to cover? We need to get Daryl Lynn up here. That's what we got to do. We got to get Daryl Lynn up here. Because see, Daryl Lynn, when Megan, you know what it reminded me of? A hit dog howling. That's what it reminded me of. And Daryl Lynn, you was howling at the moon, my nigga. Howling at the moon. And I didn't like it, Daryl Lynn. Daryl Lynn, get up here. Because see, what you not going to do, Daryl Lynn, is try to fool us. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to fool us, Daryl Lynn. Daryl Lynn. You're not going to fool us. See, this is what Daryl Lynn did. He tried to pull the whole bait and switch. What does that mean? She already tagged his ass at the doggone live show. Got that. And she tagged his ass on Many Lives with her husband. She tagged his ass on multiple occasions. If you're not familiar with the backstory, this is it. Thank you down. This is the backstory. So Monique did a interview on DL Hugley's show. I think it used to be called the GED, a little section from the GED or something like that. Well, she did the show, but he wasn't there. The people who work on the show was there. So when they get on the show, they do the interview, and then afterwards they ask Monique, "Hey, Monique, let's play this game. Would you rather?" She's like, "All right, bet." And they asked her a really inappropriate question about her husband, saying basically, "Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels unprotected or Corinne Steffen protected or something like that?" And this sent her over the moon. Fast forward, they have their back and forth BS about what was going on over there at the show. That's when we go against the memo, which is just basically a note, a reminder versus a contract. And we're going to get into that. Okay. So let's get into her situation with DL, because when she goes in on DL, it is going to be, listen, remember I told y'all the last really good stand-up she had, in my opinion, I said the last good stand-up she had was the one where she went in on DL. She cussed that nigga out so bad. You don't understand. You don't understand. So let's hear her talk about. Let me let this ad pass. Let's get into what she's saying now, and then we're gonna go back down memory lane. I stumbled on a photograph. It kind of made me laugh. Look there, back down memory lane. Because I was there. Let's talk about it. I was there when all of this was going on. Let's get into it, okay?
But damn it, this seat.
I say you might want to have another
Look, this seat make you go, truth, tell it. No, tell the damn truth. God damn it, tell the truth. Because family is sacred.
It's supposed to be.
And we don't cross the line with family.
Mm-hmm.
And people begin to get comfortable to jump on the Monique bandwagon of Monique doing things wrong, and she doing this and she doing that. And there's a brother named DL Hugley.
Yep.
And until he take accountability, I won't let it go.
What?
Because what would you get ready to say?
I was gonna say, what did DL do?
Let me tell you. Baby, that voice went up, didn't it? DL is friend. He like, that's my friend.
No, I've met DL on several occasions. I don't know DL like that. Okay. Do I know DL say like I know an earthquake? No. Do I know since I've interviewed Kat, had several conversations with him, do I know DL on that level? No.
Right. See, when we say family is sacred,
right?
Family is sacred. And we know that
Shay, you know, people like proximity. So even though Shannon does not know DL personally, the fact that DL is running in that clique with Steve Harvey and them, I'm pretty sure there's a level of respect there that which will make his reaction be like, what did DL do? What did DL do? Because there's a level of respect because he rolled with the big dogs. Does that make sense?
That you don't cross the line when it comes to family.
Correct.
Right? I do DL's.
Listen to me. If they got Eddie Griffin on this show, oh my God, that's who you need to be going to get next. You want some truth?
Radio show.
Yes.
DL Hugley is not there. His team is there. And Shannon, we having a great time. I mean, baby, we having a great time. We going forward, back and forth. When we get to the end of the show, they say, Monique, you want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure, sugar. Let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather.
Oh.
Okay. Now,
Monique, you should have said I'm too old for this game.
Wait a minute. We're having fun, baby. Right? We're having a good time, Shannon. Okay. It's the sister there and there's two other guys. We're having a great time. It's a beautiful Black unity cookout.
Okay.
We're having a good time.
Okay.
Would you say your wife was your family? Is that considered family?
Yeah.
So your husband is considered family,
Absolutely.
right? Okay. So here we go. They said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?
Really, Monique?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going,
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I know Monique on stage is different from Monique off stage. I get it. But if somebody were to ask me something like that, even in a joking matter about my husband, you're going to have to see me about that. First of all, to even put a scenario of my husband being gay in a game, that is the utmost disrespect. That is the utmost disrespect. And then to feel like it was just a joke, get over it. There's no way. I would have taken, listen, girl.
They doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what happened. Now, I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? I said, sister, and her name is Jasmine, how could you ask another sister that? Well, we just planned. I said, tell me the joke in that, because I don't know what you're insinuating. Then you're involving people that have nothing to do with nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? So I said, I'm going to call my brother.
This is a customer full of browsers who aren't buying.
Sorry.
MailChimp uses real-time behavior data.
Everybody making money except me. Yeah. Sorry about that. All right.
DL, I'm going to call my brother. I call DL Hugley on the phone. I say, hey, baby. Yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes, because they called him to let him know Monique's going to be calling.
Right.
Like this, it was getting crazy.
Right.
I'm like, just let me get on the phone with my brother. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, DL. Yeah. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like stupid. Like asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it.
Let me tell you something. Because see, this is why I understand the way Monique went off on him. And we're going to get into it. I ain't monetized, so we might as well let it roll. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let the mess roll a day. But for him to say, this is how we do it, and not even acknowledge the fact that that was very disrespectful for your team to do, especially if she's calling you to tell you she felt disrespected. See, DL has always been the one of the kings of comedies. Along with Sid, they've been able to ride under the radar. Steve get the bulk of the bullshit because Steve is the most famous and has the most money. But I have never, not 1 second, thought DL was an innocent bystander in any of this. Not once. Not once.
I said, DL, how does that uplift our community? And again, I don't know what y'all trying to insinuate, but brother, what you doing? Like I said, that's just how we do it. So it is what it is. Now, it got so ugly that my attorney had to send a cease and desist. So it never aired. So we have when Cat Williams.
Monique and her husband went live today and they did clear that part up. They never sent the cease and desist. So when DL is going to respond and say he took it down, that was the truth. Because Monique and her husband went live today, like maybe an hour before I came on and was talking about it. And he said she misspoke on that part.
Talk and people, truth tellers talk. We have receipts to everything we're saying. That's how that whole thing got started. Okay. It's family. My husband is my family.
Yeah.
Now, you babies that are really good with this internet, through the years, I've watched DL speak ill of me through the years. I never knew D.L. Hugley had a problem with me. But when Cat said they all a group, he forgot to put D.L. Hugley in the group. Through the years, I was
no cap. When I saw Cat Williams on there, and Cat Williams was talking about Sid and Steve, I swear, I was sitting there saying, what about DL? I kept saying, what about DL? What about DL? What about Darrell Lynn? Because Darrell Lynn is definitely in on this. You know, Smokey said in Friday, you didn't put in on this, man. Darrell Lynn put in on it. I didn't understand that, but I think he said him and DL ain't got no problem. So maybe he let DL live. Maybe he let Darrell Lynn live. But I didn't like it because I know Darrell Lynn ain't worth a dime, if you ask me. Because I know what you did with that baby. Y'all remember he had a baby out of wedlock? And then the baby was unalive. Oh, yes. No, all the tea. Where have y'all been? And the stuff going on with his daughter. Oh, girl, please. Darrell Lynn ain't worth a dime. Do you hear me? He ain't worth a dime. Say what I said.
Bitter. I was dangerous with what I was doing, saying that it was inequality. My husband didn't know what he was doing. This went on through the years.
I'm sorry.
I was unloved, all of these things. And I said to myself, I'ma see you. I'ma see you. I didn't go on nobody's show. I didn't say nothing to nobody, but I knew the time would come that I would see him. We were scheduled to do a show in Los Angeles.
Now she's getting on the part where they're getting on the comedy tour. Listen. I'm gonna show you a small snippet because she cussed every second of the video. But it was so good. Oh, it was so good. But the stuff she said about this nigga, no wonder he came out crying and tried to put it on his daughter. Because this woman told him a new one. Do you hear me? This lady, Monique, you talk about when the gloves are off, it is what it is, and it's up and it's stuck. She told his ass up. Now she's gonna get into what happened down at the comedy thing that they had.
I was the headliner of that show. His name was on it, then his name came.
Sorry, it's not me. It's just, it might be the internet.
I didn't question it, but I knew I'ma see him, right?
Eventually.
Okay, now we have a show in Detroit. Contractually, I was the headliner. D.L. Hugley posted a memo. Now, when you...
And if you guys are unfamiliar with a memo is just like an info note. It's like an just in case or FYI. It's not a contract. Nobody signs it. Nobody stamps it. A memo is literally just for your information. That's all it is. So if DL had a memo, I remember DL had a memo saying he was the headliner. Monique had a contract saying she was the headliner. And that caused them to have a whole back and forth. They were hitting each other. I'm talking about, no, really, honestly, Monique got him on this one. When I seen that comedy tour, Monique got his ass on this one. Peep this, though. I'm going to let her finish.
Signed your deal for the Ravens. Did you sign a contract or a memorandum?
I signed a contract.
You see?
I don't know why it's doing this.
How you say that? Like anybody that knows good business, you signed. The memo is saying this is what I would like.
Right.
But the contract is saying this is what it is. Okay?
Yes.
He put out a memo to our community. And that touched me a little different because I was saying, why would you lie to our babies? Because now they're thinking if they send somebody a memo, that's what they're supposed to get. Okay? I was contractually signed to go as the headliner.
Right. I mean, you go last.
D.L. Hugley didn't come into the building until 9:30. Now, contractually, I said I have to be on stage by 9:30 because if the show starts at 8, I refuse to keep an audience waiting.
Right.
That is disrespectful to the audience.
Correct.
When I went out on that stage, Shannon, I made sure everything I said, he heard me. Because now you're here and I'm going to say it to you. And I said some things on that stage that I said he was cowardly.
She ain't say it like that. She didn't say it. I'm about to let y'all hear it. She ain't say it. Monique, auntie, I love you down to the ground, but we got to be honest. You dragged that man from here to Timbuktu. Do you hear me? Talking about I said he was a coward. Yeah, in a very different way than what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, TT. TT, come on now.
And some folks said, how could you say that? How could you do that? And then I posted some things to say, this is what I meant. See, you came after my husband. And when you had a chance to fix it, when you had a chance to say, Mo, my bad, we don't even get down like that.
Right.
You told me it is what it is. And until he's brave enough and courageous enough to say, this is what really happened, y'all. Y'all have never known me to be no shit starter. Folks ain't never known me to go over and kick a sandwich out of somebody's hand that's hungry. But what people do know is, if you kick me, damn if I ain't gonna kick you back.
Right.
There's nothing worse. There is nothing worse than somebody poking you. And the only time people notice is when you respond in protection of yourself. There's nothing worse to me than that. It's almost like somebody keep hitting you. And when you finally haul off and golf the hell out of them, everybody looking at you like you the angry woman or you the angry person. That happens to black women all the time. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Because that's fair play.
Right.
So there was one.
It's not me, y'all. I don't know why it's doing that. It might be my internet.
Left out the pack. And when you have people that continually.
What the hell?
Don't take accountability. That's why you see us in the state of affairs we're in.
I'm a firm believer, Mo, that everybody don't play the same. And someone once told me, what is joke to you is depth.
I closed them all, T. Roberts. I don't know what it is. I closed all the other tabs.
Someone else.
What is joke? That's why we don't play with people's families.
No.
When we had the Monique show, the radio show, listen, you can't come on here and speak ill of no one because we don't play like.
I closed all the tabs. I don't know what's going on.
That because we know how this business works.
Right.
So when you allow that to happen, what do you think is going to come back your way? What do you think? And D.L. Hughley, please, no, brother, we still love you.
There she go. We still love you. Monique, you don't play. Monique is a mess. Monique will drag you, I swear to God, all the way to hell and say, but we still love you, my brother. Monique.
Just take accountability for it. And we move forward.
I remember reading something about the situation in Detroit. I didn't know the depth of the magnitude of it. I remember reading something about a memo about, I guess it's an addendum that was added on, but the contract is the contract.
The contract is the contract. And what happens is because of the messenger, it was easy to pile on.
Mm-hmm.
It was easy to pile on. And then when you have some of our black folk that go.
Are you guys familiar, especially black women? Black women, riddle me this. Are you guys familiar with being in a workplace environment or a setting where you're everybody's already looking at you as the angry black woman? Y'all ever heard about that or thought about that? A lot of environments are, even among black people, look at black women as the angry black woman. And you got to sit there and take so much stuff from people. You just got to take it because you don't want to be looked at as the angry black woman. That's every black woman in here. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You got to sit there and take all of this shit, like I say, even amongst our own people, because you don't want to be labeled as the angry black woman. Oh, but when somebody finally tip your cup over and the cup runneth over and you respond, they act like you just started World War III. It's disgusting. I hate it. Whereas I watch clear women all the time at my job. Listen to me. I watch clear women use the same language. I watch clear women have meltdowns. I watch clear women do all type of stuff, but they don't never get looked at like that. But a black woman, if we make the wrong face, they over there looking, oh, there she go. There she go. See how yup, that's how I told you. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the part that really bothers me, bro. And I hate that.
Sit in front of a white man and speak ill of their people. I'm like, y'all, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What What are we coming to?
He's talking about DJ Vlad when she said, sitting in front of this white man and talk ill about black people.
That we're going to sit in front of this white man. I can't even say his name. I refuse. Everybody know who he is. We sit in front of him and we just let this man say any and everything about us. And then we go right in with him. That to me is dangerous. And y'all babies that's good with this little computer, don't take my word. You can just go through the years of this cat just running his mouth. And it's like, stop doing that, because what are we saying to the babies coming behind us? When I hear Brother D.L. Hugley say, well, that Netflix special, I just accepted anything, whatever they gave me. These are not my words, they're his.
Right.
Well, that's how you do business. I'm not mad at you accepting anything.
Right.
Why are you mad at me saying I won't accept anything?
Right.
That's the difference. It's like people were judging me. I was hearing people, Shannon, okay, I didn't know we had so many tender people in our group.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had so many tender love. I didn't know we had so many tender people in our. I would
listen.
Want to be on the front.
Tender ain't the word. Tender ain't the word. Do you hear me? Tender is not the word for these folk that's in this group. Oh my God. Oh my God. I thought black people were stronger than this. But I realized as a collective, we got weak as a mud. Oh, we so weak. Oh my God, we are so weak. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous how weak we are. We've become, as a people, as a community. Everything is about how we feel. Nothing is about what's fact. Everything is simply about how we feel. And it annoys me. It annoys me because as I navigate the world, and this is just me from my point of view, as I navigate this world as a darker skinned black woman with what some would call nappy or kinky hair, I don't get to live in my feelings. I don't get an opportunity at home. I do at home because it's just me, but I don't get the opportunity at work. I don't get the opportunity in the workplace. In anywhere in the public to rest in my feelings. I just don't. But we all gotta. That's crazy. I don't. Oh my God. Let's hit it so we can get into DL's. You know what? Don't worry about it. Let's get into DL's response. So DL responded, as we all know. DL responded, and this right here is what he had to say. And like I said, they say hit dogs will holler. Well, this Negro was howling at the moon. Do you hear me? Howling at the moon. And I'm going to show you something, how people shift conversations in order to fit their narratives. I want to show you guys this. Let me make it bigger so you can see. I want to show you how people will shift a conversation in order to garner the sympathy and get people on their side and fit their narrative. Let me put this light back on me. It was making my head hurt a little bit. All right, let's get into it. If it makes my head hurt, I'm going to turn it again. Let's get into DL's response.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days.
You saw how he threw that shot at Shannon? Talking about it's like Wendy Williams with a waist set.
She's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she says she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. It's also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who as a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does, she has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says D.L. Hugley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique bought that.
Let me say this. This is how you know. I want to touch on a few things before we finish with DL. First and foremost, DL is over there saying you won't find any information or any videos of him basically saying anything about her, and that's false. Then he goes on to say, because this is where he starts to shift the narrative so that you guys can now garner sympathy for him and go on his side. Because right now he knows that, you know what I mean, that she's winning. She's on top. First and foremost, he's over here hollering, oh yeah, well, on the billing, that's the advertisement. That is not a contract. The advertisement, the memo, I don't care what, none of that is a contract. I don't care if they put your name at the top, on top of the building. That is not the contract. The contract is the contract. That's what they all got into it with about the second time. This is after the radio station. A contract is a contract. Billing is billing, memo is memo, but none of those are the same. So then he goes on to say, switch the narrative. Oh, then she talked about my dog. Monique said, nigga, you running around here with an emotional support dog or something like that. You know, not saying nothing negative about the dog, but saying that you a bitch ass nigga. That's what that was. That's what that was. And he wanted to throw that in there. And then when he felt like that probably wasn't going to stick the way it was supposed to stick, now you are reliving your daughter's trauma by bringing that up again. Because had you not done that, first of all, had you not responded, we would have talked about it a couple of days and been gone. See, nobody's learning from the Nicki Minaj effect. We just saw what happened to Nicki. Y'all got to stop responding to these people, number one. Number two, now he's starting to shift the narrative, talking about how she traumatized him and re-traumatized his daughter over something that he put out in the public. He brought out in the public that I'll say this. He brought out in the public that he failed his daughter by not believing him when she was SA'd. Monique would have nothing to use if you didn't bring it out. Now, I'm not saying it's right, but we got to call a thing a thing. And I'm going to get Monique together too, because Monique, you did not have to bring that girl in it. The girl ended up going off on Monique later on down the line. It was a lot going on. And we about to get into it. Let him finish.
That shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you?
Oh.
How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters.
Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I know we all on Monique's side, and I'm here for it. I'm team Monique too. But that nigga was spitting in these last 3 bars. That nigga was, listen, we feelings aside, that nigga was spitting in them last 3 bars. Oh my God. This should have been a rap beat. The first part, whatever. But see that last little bar, them last 3 bars, that nigga was spitting.
You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history, because that's what Monique does. She complains. And
I ain't gonna lie, that Netflix special was trash. I gotta be honest, Monique. We gotta call it both ways. That Netflix special was trash. And them bars about her paying somebody to love her and daughter's supposed to be taken care of by their daddies and not the other way around, that is 1,000,000,000% true. I gotta call it both ways. I have to call it both ways. We all know that man is living off of Monique. We know that. I know he's her manager, but we all know the truth.
And she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people, except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you, not even your family. How do you, or I was on the road getting it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you.
Oh my God.
It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to.
Oh my God.
Well,
now,
club.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Listen, we got to be honest about a few things now. Oh, daughter of the Most High. Wait till I play you what Monique said. Monique can't even be mad at what he just said. From what Monique said about him, she don't even get Monique don't even get, she can't get mad. Listen, first of all, he better hope she don't respond in the last time the way she responded the last time. She better hope he don't respond. He better hope she don't respond the way she responded the last time. But that man got a lot of truth in there. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Everybody in this chat prior to this beef, everybody was looking at Monique crazy when she went and found this man and he became her manager, and then she called him daddy, and then they allegedly had this open relationship, and then allegedly he's running her. Everybody had the same. We did. I like Monique. I love her down to the ground for her work she's done, but that nigga was spitting. We got to give him his things. He had some points. Thank you, Dominique Lane. He had some points. And it's okay. We don't have to be 100% on either side. He had some points. But Monique is a heavy bitch. She a hard hitter. You know what I'm saying? She's a heavy bitch. She heavy in the streets. So Monique and her husband went live, and we don't need to get into it, but let's just say they corrected the fact that she said that she had a cease and desist, because that wasn't true. He really did pull it down. And she also talked about how he said that she had to pay for her daddy. Listen, that nigga put some hard bars in there. It was giving Drake, you getting bodied by a singing nigga type vibes. Just a few of the bars. Not all of them. Just a few of the bars. Just a few of them. We got to be honest about these type of things, okay? We cannot just say what we want to say because we want to say it. We got to learn to be honest and honest. You know what I'm saying? He had some bars. Yes, he did. He did. So let's get into Monique. Lord have mercy. Now, I'm not monetized, so I could play it. You know what I'm saying? Now, whoever this page is, they are monetized somehow. But you know, I ain't making no money off this shit anyway. So we might as well roll it. You know what I'm saying? We might as well roll with the mess. So let's get into the stand-up show. This is after they had the whole back and forth, you guys, with this is after they had the whole back and forth with her and the tickets and the billing. And remember, the show, I think she was supposed to go on at 9:30. He tried to stall her out so that he can be the last person. So what she did was, when she came out, listen to me, y'all. This lady is crazy. So what she did was, when she came out, she said, fuck it. She said, oh, you want to play that little bitch ass shit? I'm about to drag you so much and so hard on this stage to where literally when she left the stage, the people left with him. The people were leaving as he were performing. I know I was there. I wasn't physically there, but you know what I mean? She dragged him. So his bars was bars. But when you hear what Monique said, you understand that shit gonna roll off Monique back. Monique is a heavy bitch. You gotta say that. No disrespect. With all due respect, with a little sprinkle of disrespect, because it's a bad word. But Monique, I gotta say what I got to say. Monique is a heavy bitch. You know what I'm saying? And when Monique said what she said, girl, let's just get into it. Because this was a lot.
Monique is to be the last motherfucking person on the goddamn stage. She is the headliner. That's what I signed the fuck up for. I'm 30 plus years in this motherfucking business, and I don't open for no goddamn body. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. But a nigga named D.L. Hughley turned into a bitch and said, I won't perform if she does that. I won't go out if she
Are you guys tracking? Are you guys tracking? I need y'all to be tracking what's going on now. I need y'all to be tracking. Because it's heavy in the streets. It's heavy in the game. It's heavy in the game. When I tell you she dragged that nigga so bad, the people left after her and he was mad about that. Oh, it gets better. Peep this.
Nigga, you open for the kings of comedy. I close for the queens of comedy, nigga.
Nigga, you opened for the kings of comedy. I closed for the queens of comedy, nigga.
And you think because I don't have a dick, that ain't my position, nigga. So when I leave this motherfucker, the headliner has left. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with no motherfucking body. But when you cross the line with me, nigga, you have crossed the motherfucking line. And that bitch, nigga, has crossed the motherfucking line. See, we got a history, nigga. We got a history. That nigga went on a tour talking about all Monique wasn't. You can Google it right now. Hugley on Monique, all I wasn't, what I wasn't worth, all of this bullshit, and nigga, you put your feet under my motherfucking table. So you came to my home, nigga.
Listen to me. Listen to me. This lady don't play. This lady don't play. Hold on. Why is it not playing? Close this out.
On the DL. You fuck with the wrong one. That's my family, nigga. I'm home, nigga. I'm motherfucking home, yo. I go all the way back with Coco in the motherfucking lounge in the back of the bar.
Hold on.
Got a problem with me. Because I got a motherfucking black king. That's my husband. And them niggas can't understand it. They can't fathom it. It makes them motherfucking sick. Because at what time did black men start attacking black women? What kind of...
Hold on. I want to get to the good part. I want to say it's about roundup in here. Let me let it think. She went... No, y'all ain't heard the worst of it.
Hugley's family. I feel sorry for his motherfucking wife, because how do you suck the dick of a coward?
Did you catch that? Let me run it back for y'all, just for the people who missed that part just a little bit. Let's run that back just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. We talking about, listen, I'm telling y'all, this lady is my favorite comedian for a reason. Peep this.
Real nigga would ever attack a goddamn black woman, a bitch nigga. I feel sorry for D.L. Hugley's family. I feel sorry for his motherfucking wife, because how do you suck the dick of a coward? I tried to play fair, bitch. I tried to play fair, nigga. I tried to play fair. We was on the countdown, nigga. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. See? I don't fuck with nobody. And as an entertainer, families are off limits. As
let me tell you something.
We don't fuck with each other's families.
Listen, Linda.
Because for me, that is crossing the line. See, I want to give you all a history so you understand as sisters. And she looked at me like this. Get that, nigga. Thank you, mama. See, I did this radio show one time, right? Because I'm thinking, this is my
Not that part.
And when we get to the end of the game,
we heard that part. Hold on.
Without a condom or Corinne Steffens.
Hold on.
Careful who's feeding your motherfucking soul, because you might swallow coon pie and you can't get the coon off of you, and it'll give you goddamn diarrhea. I don't fuck with nobody, but don't fuck with me. Now let's start the motherfucking show. I feel better.
That was just the intro to her show. Are you guys tracking that? That was the intro to her show. Not only did she drag him so much on there, the audience, when she left, they were leaving with her. He was fumigated. He was beyond pissed. Do you hear me? He was beyond pissed. Because not only did she drag this Negro for filth, it was to the point nobody wanted to hear what he had to say no more. Since you want to try to play me on the back end and try to come in late to purposely be the closer, all right, I got you. See, this is where talent and art comes into play. Because if she didn't have the talent or the art, he would have been able to capitalize off that. But when you that girl, and you know that niggas ain't fucking with you, you say, okay, you want to be smart. You want to come way late, so you have to go after me. Bet I got your fat. But I promise you, when you get up there, you're gonna wish you never did that. And that was the intro to her comedy. That's the Monique I like. You see what I'm saying? When I tell people I like Monique, that's the one. I don't like this one. My sweet babies. And I love her too. She's still my auntie. But the Monique that I like is the Monique that will drag your mother. Listen, I'm inspired by Monique. Okay? We got to be honest about some things. I'm inspired by Monique. I wish I could get up here and say what I really be wanting to see. But I know how that works. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. I'm not crazy. So I got to be very PG-13 over here. I be very PG-13. But I'm telling you this. Listen to me. That lady dragged him for filth. Do you hear me? He couldn't come back from that. And that's why he been going on this whole doggone... He's been going on this entire freaking tour of, oh, she brought up my daughter's trauma. She brought up my daughter's trauma. Child. Let's get into DL had another response, right? Let's get into hold on. Remind you, Monique said that DL this was the story. Let me give you the story. So the story was DL has a daughter who came to him and told him, "Hey dad, I was, essayed by somebody." And when she told him, he wouldn't believe her. Now, DL came out and said this first. He said it. She didn't say it. He said it. He came out and said that happened. Now, is Monique right for using it as a dig? No. And let me tell you why. Because that daughter had nothing to do with y'all's beef. That daughter had nothing to do with y'all beef. So from the daughter's perspective, she's wrong. I got to be honest. I got to call a thing a thing. She was wrong for that. So she brought that up, but she was bringing it up. Yes, he did say it in public, but she was bringing it up to show that basically you're not a man, you're not a protector, because a protector would have protected their child. Not to mention that is the exact same way Monique was abused. Her brother was abusing her, and her father did not help her or wouldn't believe her. You see what I'm saying? So I think she identifies with that, and I think that might be something. Yeah, she did apologize because the daughter came out and was like, "Keep my name out your bullshit," and I don't blame the girl. But I think she identifies with that because she went through the same thing, something similar at least. And I think that she was able to grab onto that and use that against him because she knows as a daughter how that felt. So I'm pretty sure she knows as a man how that probably felt. You know what I mean? Now he's gonna say, "Oh no, she said it was by a man. It wasn't by a man. It was by a child." I was trying to look for the article because the way I understood it, I don't want to say, but the way I understood it was something different. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can run across it before I play this video. Let's just go to this article. Now, this is her daughter. his daughter telling Monique to basically keep my name out your mouth, ma'am. I get it, you and my daddy beefing, but please don't bring me into it. And I know that was traumatizing for the daughter, but ultimately, this was what, a year or two ago, 2 years ago. DL bringing this back up was so unwarranted and unnecessary. Now you're re-traumatizing your daughter. Now that's exactly what you're doing. Now because you did not have to bring up that she did that, but everybody's trying to get back at the next person, if you ask me. But let's get into it. So the daughter came out and said, keep every single member of my family's name out of your poisonous mouth. This is DL's daughter. And let's get into it. Over the weekend, Monique reached a new level in her feud. Lord, I can't see. Over the weekend, Monique reached a new level in her feud with DL Hugley when she reposted a radio interview featuring Hugley talking about how people were having trouble receiving Bill Cosby, believing Bill Cosby could have committed SA or SH. It says to make his point. He talked about how he had a difficult time being that one of his friends M-worded his youngest daughter. Now, DL is going to say that they were both children. He's saying on here, one of my friends M-worded his child. Look at what it's saying. The reason it hit home to me, this is DL's quote. This is what DL said. He says, the reason it hit home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and basically it was somebody I liked. I didn't believe her, and I'll never get that moment back. I'm supposed to protect her, and I'll never get that back. That she told her father something, and he didn't do something about it because it was inconvenient. Monique claimed that her reposting the years-old video wasn't re-traumatizing Hugley's daughter, saying that even if Hugley did apologize, which seems like he has, or at the very least exhibited contrition in the video, it wouldn't erase the trauma. But many people, including many of her fans, have called her out for potentially re-traumatizing Hugley's daughter by using her trauma just to get back at Hugley for a response, incorrect contract agreement, and for a question of his co-host, one of his co-hosts her when she was on the radio years ago, whatever. Listen, let me say this. Before we get into that, let me get into what the daughter said. Hugley's eldest daughter, Ryan Nicole Shepard, has since commented herself on the matter, writing how Monique's decision to repost the video shows her character. Now, let me say this. Your daddy put it out there. And I get it. Monique should not have used that video. She should not have used that video. But your daddy put that out there. We wouldn't know nothing about this unless your daddy told us. And yeah, Monique shouldn't have reposted it, but it shouldn't even be there to be reposted. So she says, you've now publicly disrespected my mother. That's when she said, I feel sorry for the wife having to suck the thing of a coward. She said, you publicly disrespected my mother, who I love and care for very much, and my baby sister, who I love and care for very much, to get back at my father, who I love, respect, and care for very much. At this point, I feel like you're asking my family and myself to act out of character, she wrote under Monique's post about Hugley's interview. Out of all the things you could have legitimately said about my dad, if that's the route you wanted to take, you chose to be deliberately mean and hurtful to two Black women who have nothing to do with this conversation. Using my mama and my sister to show people my father's character only shows how little mental stability, dignity, and morality and respect you have, not only for yourself, but other Black women, she continues. You're clearly 2 crayons short of the full boxes. You're disgusting. And you absolutely need to keep every single member of my family's name out of your poisonous mouth. Not because you can do us harm, you can't, but because you're reading or you're adding to a historical and systematic disrespect of trauma of other Black women who you claim to love. And for what? A check? You bringing up trauma for a concert line up discrepancy? All you've done is proven that you have no moral compass. Nothing is too far in your question to prove a point. And I'm blessed that my parents raised children who have no idea how you could possibly go here. At the end of the comment, Shepard wrote that if Monique wanted to speak with her, she would happily provide her address. You know, that's fighting words right there. Monique responded and said, "Hey, my sweet babies." She said, hey, young sister, thank you for the invitation for a discussion. We would like to take you up on it because it could be very healing for our community. Have Hugley set up a time for you and your family and my husband and I to come on his show, and we'll go from there. I love us for real. Oh, Monique. Monique, you got to stop with all of this, Mo. TT Mo, you got to stop with all of this now. Now you're going too far. See what I'm saying with Monique? Monique got that passive aggressive shit down pat. I want to check the temperature in the chat. You guys, tell the truth. I really want to check the temperature in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Monique was wrong. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Monique was right. I really want to check the temperature. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Monique was wrong for bringing up DL's daughter. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Monique was right, or if it's fair and game. I really want to know. It's kind of divided. I see more too. Well, no, it's really divided. Listen, not to mention, you guys, Monique has gone through something similar. She's literally gone through something similar. This isn't her first rodeo. Like, she's been that girl. She's been her. She's literally been her. Let's get into Monique's response. Her and Daddy did a video, child. Kids are off limits unless we're talking about Junior. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all really get on my nerves. Junior. Junior. I'm Illuminati. Can't you tell I need love? But I ain't gonna lie, the girl was old. The girl wasn't a child no more. So technically, I don't know. But it's split in the chat. 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 I don't know, y'all. Because I feel like I'm gonna sound hypocritical. Let me see. I want to show y'all.
What we can say reasonably and factually is that.
Look at Daddy. Ain't he always talking? I know it burned him up that he couldn't be in that damn interview. Look at Daddy. Look at Daddy. Get your ass off of here, Daddy.
When you have a man that said essentially that he didn't do right by his daughter, that seemed to me that it would create a level of humility that you wouldn't go after other people so vehemently in the manner that you do. So that's the moment when
Daddy, go lay down, Daddy. Go lay down, Daddy.
Moment when humility steps in and say, I have my own demons to deal with. So moving forward, the way in which I approach and go after people, I will not. You see, when Monique, something is wrong because you suffer in silence.
And please, Daddy, let me address something. When I hear y'all saying mind your business, did you say the same shit to DL when he talks about everybody's business? See, I didn't put DL.
I will give her this. DL started it and opened the gates when he had his show, asked that woman about her husband sleeping with Lee Daniels. Now all gloves are off. You talked about my husband. I guess maybe your daughter, she could get it too. I don't know.
Baby out there. It's an interview that's out there. DL told the story. What I did was posted the story to say, look at the character of the man. And that's
look at the action.
The actions of the man. See, what happens is, y'all, when you listen to this man speak so much about Kanye West and how he's stalking this woman and all that he's doing and didn't understand that man was trying to protect his babies. You spoke, and if you did that to my daughter, I would do something about it. Well, you're talking with a forked tongue because something was done to your baby.
And when people said, oh, do you speak for all?
Shut up, Daddy. Shut up, Daddy.
Kanye West and how
connect with it, you can her community.
See why
her community.
Listen, do you see why I'm so happy he wasn't at the interview? She would not have been able to get a word in edgewise. Now y'all could call this support. Y'all could call this support all you want. If this is support, don't support me. I don't want no support. I could speak. I could say what I got to say. I don't need this Negro in. No, I don't want this type of support. Y'all see what I'm not tripping. I know I'm not. Y'all almost had me. Now I done rewatched it again. I'm not tripping. That nigga, Daddy crazy. That nigga tripping. I know I'm not tripping. Daddy is crazy.
How can a black woman expect that when you heard in those mistakes, age performing her job, that I was
We're clear because people are saying, oh, well, why would you've been on that. We found that out last night. We just got a phone call out of nowhere
from a black man saying he has never seen so many black men attacking black women. And if black men are going to refuse to protect the black woman, then what protection does the black man have? The community's link is weakened.
I can't.
Fear and traditionally how we've done this, how we continue to do this. And when y'all are saying, Monique, why would you drag his daughter in it? Y'all not listening to the shit.
He dragged his daughter in it when he said it.
He told the story. Those are his words. If you go out there, you can see that interview. It's all over. But because I posted it on my page, now y'all are saying, Monique, why are you attacking? Let me tell y'all something, and I want to be so clear about this shit, because when I see these kind of comments, listen, when I see comments like, you're going to get blackballed again, if that is the case, then so goddamn be it, y'all. It's because I'm speaking up and speaking out, but I was getting ready to say it. I don't like to say juicy words on here because the babies might be watching. But when you start getting in business with real cats, see, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, that's a real cat. See, Lee Daniels, that's a real cat. Though we had to go through the mud, baby. But at the end of the day, what he proved himself to be was a stand-up black man, because a genuine I am sorry, that
mind you, 50 Cent gave her the role on BMF when nobody would give her work. And I heard, from what I hear, he paid her handsomely as well.
Proves yourself to be that genuine stand-up black man. So they out there. So for the ones that can't hold their shit, I don't want to be in business with them. Let me be clear. And for you black women, see, this is why I'm a little warm right now, y'all. I'm a little warm. Because see, my daddy was D.L. Hugley.
This is the part. Pay attention. This is the part. She's going to talk about how she identifies with D.L. Hugley's daughter because she was in her position. Peep this. This is why I said she was able to grab that trauma and use it and snowball it up and throw it right back at him, because Monique has gone through it as well. Peep this.
My daddy, even though he apologized, he went to his grave and I still looked at him like, you a piece of shit. Because you talked a good game, but when your family needed your protection, you went in your bedroom and you drank yourself to sleep. See, I know that cat. I know him. So when I saw that story and when that brother called and said, let me just give this to y'all. And y'all.
Wait. I can't stand my chat. I can't stand this whole chat. Everybody in the chat, I can't stand you. Why are y'all like this? This is where the daddies get confused. This is not funny because I'm mad that I'm laughing. Don't do that. Don't make me do that on this live for real, y'all. Because then they're going to be saying that I drag children and I laugh at people trauma. You know they dragged me over here. Why would y'all put something like this in the chat? Why do y'all do this to me? Why would y'all do it? I'm not laughing. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I'm not laughing and I don't care. I don't care. But I'm not laughing and I don't care what nobody sees. And I say what I see, because I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's just that we gotta be serious about some things at some point. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yup. I'm gonna go ahead on and get this off of here because this is not what we do at the dollhouse. We don't do that at the dollhouse, okay? We don't do that. Let's let Monique finish. What you said, Monique? Because we don't do that at the dollhouse.
Y'all keep saying, oh, he apologized. He did. But when did an apology erase the trauma?
And that's not as much the issue about the apology.
Come on.
In conjunction with the trauma. And when you say you're bringing his daughter into it, what his daughter is getting right now is someone that's in alignment with her as a Black woman who
Shut up,
was
Daddy.
abused by her.
Shut up, Daddy. See what I'm talking about? Y'all not going to make me crazy. I know what I'm looking at. Y'all not about to make me crazy. Daddy talk too much. Shut your. I'm so glad he wasn't on that couch with Shay Shay. Thank you, Lord. He wasn't on that couch. Thank you, Lord. Because I don't need to hear this negativity on. He always got to step in. Shut your ass up, Daddy. Shut your ass up. We don't want to hear that ugly ass shit. This ain't about you. Now y'all gonna make me feel like I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I know what I'm looking at. Now let's go get DL's side of the story. Daryl Lynn wanted to come up here and say what he got to say. Let's go see what Daryl Lynn had to say, okay? We have to get both sides of the story. All right? We got to get both sides of the story. We fair at the dollhouse, okay? Let's go get Daryl Lynn's side of the story. Daryl Lynn, what happened, Daryl Lynn? Tell us what you said on your side of the story.
All right, that was Khalid talk. I work very hard to control the environment I work in comedically. I only work where I want to work and who I want to work for. I want to work with. I don't work because that is a very precious place to me. I've been offered a gig, a couple of gigs, 3 or 4 gigs to work with Monique in LA, in Brooklyn, in Houston, and I turned them down because I didn't think it would work. So after talking to a lot of people, and one of the very people in this room about how things are different, 2 of the very people in this room, as a matter of fact, and how things are different. And
that's the girl, Jasmine. That's the girl who asked him if she wanted to let Lee Daniels smash her husband or Corinne Steffens or something like that.
That was at her invitation. I was doing a gig in Greenbelt, Maryland. She lived in Baltimore. She was having a fight party. It was, I think, Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. And sure enough, I came to her table at her invitation. It was a wonderful time. As a matter of fact, it was based on that interaction.
Get to it, Daryl Lynn.
God knows. I know what Necklace knows. Saying yes to Monique is an occupational hazard.
Let me say this. Daryl Lynn is very calculated. He's extremely calculated. He knows getting up on his platform and speaking on his experience at work with her is going to negatively snowball and affect her down the line. He's using trigger words, buzzwords. Working with her was just, it was negative, and that do all those things that are going to make other people say, well, if she's got a problem with Oprah, and she got a problem with Lee Daniels, and she got a problem with what's the other one, Tyler Perry, and then here come Daryl Lynn saying the same thing, then it's got to be the same. You see what I'm saying? See, he's very calculated. So I never felt sorry for him because I see what you're doing. He a subliminal type of nigga. He a passive aggressive ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He the type that gets you fired and you don't even realize it. That's what he's doing. So he's using his platform to get up there and drag this woman's work performance. He didn't work. Listen, I get it. It was a work dispute, but he's making it as if it was a situation where they came to blows on the doggone channel on the tour, and she's just so horrible. Watch how he do this shit. See, I'm glad I be listening with 3. You know, I got 3 ears. I got these 2, and I got another one. I be listening with my 3rd ear, and I be looking with my 3rd eye. So I be catching on to this shit. The nigga passive aggressive. Go ahead.
Now, we're playing a gig in Detroit this weekend. I know I'm going on at 9:45. I leave the hotel. I get there around 9. Monique had just gotten there. She's supposed to be there at 8:40. She had just gotten there, gone at 8:40. She got there at 8:38. What Monique was trying to do was to slow walk the show. She didn't end up getting on for 30 minutes. The oldest trick in the world is if I want to change the order and I don't have merit, I'll try to make people wait so long that everybody gets nervous and go, please just go on so we can avoid a conflict. That didn't happen. Monique got on stage. Monique actually felt like she had merit. She would have done one of three things. Either she would have took it up with the promoter, and she did, and the promoter said, we're going on, and whether you go on or not, that's a different thing. You would have not done it, but she knew she had to get on stage, or she would have been in breach of contract, or she would have come to talk to me. She didn't ever, and I emphatically emphasize this, she never once talked to me. I haven't seen Monique in years. I didn't see her at the venue before, after, or during. I haven't spoken or seen Monique. So if you really thought that you had a legitimate contract dispute, you would have come to me and said, hey, I have this contract and you had this contract. Notice not one thing on that contract, not one person she has on that contract, not one thing happened. Do you know why? Because it wasn't legitimate. And she goes on stage and she proceeds to eviscerate me. Not just me, but Steve Harvey, the sexual, my wife, my dog later on in subsequent conversation. Let me ask you something. What did any of that have to do with an alleged contract dispute? What did Steve Harvey have to do with your contract?
Let me say this. Nothing is worse than a sensitive comedian. Let me say that again. Nothing is worse than a sensitive comedian. Comedians joke and tell do skits and stuff about the most traumatizing, worst things they just do. That's just what it is. And the fact that this man is up here saying, oh, she brought up my dog and she brought up, like, you're trying to garner the sympathy for him. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to garner the sympathy from the community by using trigger things, kids, dogs. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I would have much rather him say, fuck that bitch. She don't know what the fuck she talking about. This is the facts and da and move around. But he's trying to tear her down while he built himself back up because she had done dragged him so far down to the ground. He's very, very calculated. I'm telling you, he's very calculated. He's very, very calculated.
I have to do with your contract? What did my dog have to do with your contract? What does my wife have to do with your contract? You wrote your contract, you and your daddy. You proceeded to say things that were so patently insulting that it was galling. It was galling. You asked in subsequent conversations why I have a dog, a support dog. What kind of person has a support dog? I have that dog because my father died. My children and family decided they would get a dog from where he was from, and I named the dog after my father. I don't have a dog to keep people away from me. I have a dog, so I have my father with me all the time. That is an act of love, which you know very little about.
Did you peep that? Did you peep that? Did you peep that? He's saying, you trying to say I need a dog to protect me, but that's not why I got a dog. I have a dog because my father died, and I named my dog after my father. You see how he's trying to, do you see it? You see it. He's literally doing everything that he can to get the public not on her side and back onto his. He's been doing it. He just did it yesterday when he responded.
You proceeded to assault my sexuality. You have the temerity to assault someone's sexuality, a man's sexuality, given who you lay next to?
But wait, Darylyn, your team insulted her husband's sexuality first. We can't start in the middle. We got to start at the beginning. You don't get to say you insult my sexuality when your team insulted her sexuality first. Now all gloves are off.
None of that had anything to do with alleged contract dispute. You could have taken that up with a lawyer. You would have gotten out. You could have not gone on stage, but you knew you didn't have a valid contract. And you do what you always have done. You tried to weaponize Black femininity. You tried to turn that audience against me. You tried to burn everything down, like you do all the time. Who calls Netflix and thinks I can get $10 million because I did the Queens of Comedy? Who thinks you can get on stage and still live off that? I was a king of comedy. You never hear me talking about it because in this business, like any other, it isn't what you have done, it's what you do. That show was one I signed on to do. I made the quintessential mistake, the horrible mistake that like Tyler Perry, like Lee Daniels.
Here's where he's about to go in. See, look how he piling on. And that's why I said when the motherfucker go off, then I'm wrong. Look at how he's piling on. He knows that she already beefing with Oprah, Tyler, and Lee Daniels. So now he's going to pile on his experience on top of theirs to further prove that they are right and they're telling the truth, when what we all know is it has been proven that they were all lying. Are we tracking that part? Let me say that part again. He right now, this is a couple years ago, but right now he's going to pile on his experience onto existing experiences that she had with Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah. And this is going to help further prove that they were right. They were telling the truth, and so is he. But the gag was, as we know now, and thank God Monique recorded it, they were lying. They were lying. He's using this opportunity to pile his shit on top of it to be like, see, I told you. Remember I told y'all? They have men. I mean, they have people. Black women have to go through life and take, and just let it live. And then when you finally explode, somebody go, see, I told you. We're literally looking at a textbook example of that. Your team disrespected her first. Y'all had the contract dispute. Now, some of the things she said, I don't think she should have brought up the daughter, but she did. Here we are. But certain things that she said, she probably didn't have to say. But nigga, y'all are comedians. When y'all get to going back and forth, it's what's up. It's whatever. Y'all supposed to be able to leave that shit on the stage. But now you on the background being a bitch ass nigga talking about, oh yeah, because she brought up my dog, and my dog only had the dog because my father died. And then she disrespected my wife. She didn't disrespect your wife. She said, I feel bad for your wife to have to suck the peen of a coward. That's disrespecting you. If I'm really peeling back the words. You know what I'm saying? And then she did bring up the daughter, which is touchy because the daughter had trauma. But she was trying to show character, I guess. I don't know. I personally wouldn't have done it, but she did it. That's exactly right, Shorty Real. She's trying to get him canceled. He was trying to get her canceled. He wanted to be the one put the nail in the coffin to get it to where she never comes back. Thank goodness 50 Cent saw something and said, I'm gonna put her in something. This is crazy.
Like Oprah, like all these people of saying yes to you. And it is an occupational hazard. It is my fault. I have learned my lesson. You didn't and the thing that bothers me the most isn't the things that you said, because I know who I am and I know what I do. And I have a pristine reputation. Everybody who knows me know what I'm about. It's this whole, my dear, my babies, I love you for real, which is so transparently false. It is ridiculous. But the thing that was really the most annoying, the thing that was really the most bothersome is after a terrible couple of weeks where people were being slain in Buffalo, where people were being slain, kids are getting slain in school, and people had come to a comedy show to get away from all of their...
Are you tracking? Now he's starting to talk about the kids who were unfortunately unalived in Buffalo and all that. What does that have? See, he's scolding her for doing exactly what he's doing. He's saying, well, you trying to do it. They got all this going on. Why are you bringing that up? That has nothing to do with your beef. But when she do it, oh, I get it. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I got it.
Problem. You besiege them with yours. The one contract that isn't in dispute is the one that the audience had with us to entertain them. But every single time, more and more, you spend half of your time talking about your grievances and what you didn't get and who did this to you. Listen, when you burn things up and you sit back to watch the results of them, she's literally set that stage on fire, said the most incendiary things ever, and I had to go on stage. If she has the temerity to call me a coward would have left. A coward would have said, I can't go. You didn't even want to go on when you had a contract that you knew that not to be true. You made up this whole narrative that you knew not to be true, and you played that out in front of the audience. And then I had to go on behind you. And you know what you did? You sat back and you tried to watch your damage. You set the stage on fire and you watched what you've done. You know who does that? Arsonists do that. Arsonists set shit on fire and try to see the damage it rise. But I blame myself because I know now what I didn't before. Saying yes to you is an occupational hazard. I will not repeat. I don't blame you. I wish you well. But when you do the things you do, when everything's about you, when you're vitriolic, when you have all these fights with all of these entities, it is you. Precious was not a movie. Precious was an autobiography. That is who you are, literally.
Ooh.
You mad at the contract you and daddy wrote, your daddy? And I don't know why you call a man daddy and you pay for him. That's a son.
Oh, my God.
Let's be clear. I am not angry with you. I'm angry with me. I did what I knew not to be true. But I'm going to tell you something. When you burn and you destroy and you wreck, you are not a queen of comedy. You're a queen of ashes. Now, while I'm going to go back to work and you get back to your kingdom of smoke. That's a little note from the GED.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, but I know. Listen, I gotta be honest about certain things. DL, he be hitting them. He be putting them one-liners in there. I don't care what none of y'all say. That nigga will sneak some shit in you in a read. You thinking that shit lame? That shit lame. That nigga, that shit lame. That shit. But that nigga hit you with something to make you go, what? What that nigga said? Him saying, listen. This is the thing. DL knows what he's doing. DL was trying to get he was trying to get the people on his side. And he knew the only way to do that is to join in the bandwagon of other people saying that she's difficult to work with. She's this, she's that, and the third. He's doing exactly what he's trying to scold her for doing. And this is why nobody believed you, DL. Darylyn, we never believed you, Darylyn. We never believed you, Darylyn. I know I didn't. And I know a lot of black folk. I know a lot of black folk was running around here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know she's a horrible person. She's difficult to work with. I just know it. 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 Sir, yeah, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This is that. Listen, it's just like the cat interview. You'll have to come back a couple of times and talk about this. You can't get it all in one YouTube. Why a YouTuber make a whole live talking trash about? I'm confused at your comment. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to say something, say what you really meant, because I'm confused at your comment. Let me take it off here. If you're on here, still on here, please clarify your comment. Anyways, Darylyn, Darylyn, listen. It didn't work then and it ain't working now, Darylyn. I'm sorry. I just gotta be honest. For some odd reason, Darylyn, it just don't, you know what I mean? It just don't, I don't know. Darylyn has been he has not been good to our community. He has not been good to my community. Wait, she was being smart. What she said? Was she being smart? Darylyn has been a Cancer Tower community. Darylyn is the same one. He is the same one who got up there and passed out from the wax. Y'all remember that? He got up there and okay, Jay, I got you. Fat. I got you. I'm sorry. I got you. So look, Darylyn, I forgot what I was saying. Shit. Listen, this is the perk. This is the perk. The perk is, Darylyn, we wasn't with you then and we ain't with you now. We just wasn't. I'm sorry, Darylyn. I'm sorry that happened to your daughter. And I'm sorry that she was brought back into this, because you didn't have to do that. You could have had your tit for tat with her and it would have been, whatever. But, you didn't. And here we are. You know what I'm saying? Darylyn, is not working. Ultimately, this was a long, we would have to split this interview up in a long, in a lot. And honestly, I feel like we hit the most of it. I might hit some more of it. I did see Krishan making, what do you say? How do you say? She was making colorist remarks talking about dark-skinned women. Why are we surprised? I don't know. And you know what's crazy? I seen people in the comments saying, oh, now I'm unsubscribing. This is the straw that breaks. Girl, we got to be strong. We got to be strong. That nigga Darylyn dropped dead. No, he ain't dropped dead, but he dropped on that doggone thing during the vaccine and then came back, and he literally came back and promoted the vaccine after he dropped dead on it. And boy, they brought him back. Let me go get it. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all think I'm bullshit. When that nigga passed out, I thought he was dead. I thought the nigga was gone. I thought we was going to be planning a funeral. But it turns out he wasn't dead. He was just dead-ish. He wasn't dead. Peep the video. Peep this. I want y'all to see this shit. And then right after he tested positive, and then he turned around. Now, I don't know if you guys know this. I've never gotten the wax. So that ain't really my thing, because I always knew it was some bullshit. But peep him damn near passing out on the stage. Peep. Wait, let me make it bigger. Hold on. He gonna start.
When we came back, remember everyone wanted to get rid of Mexicans to call it, they were immigrants.
I got you.
Everybody just stay calm. We got it all under control here, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna get this.
Mind you, this is shortly after he received the vaccine. This is when I said that nigga ain't shit, okay? Now let's go get Daryl in after he done fell. Now I'm prone to believe, people say I got too much conspiracy in me. Now I'm prone to believe that nigga a clone. I don't care what nobody see, because the nigga looked like he wasn't coming back from what I just see. He looked like it was over. He wasn't coming back. You know what I'm saying? I thought we had to plan the funeral. I was going to get my outfit and get my arrangement. You know what I'm saying? For the funeral. Now let's go get Daryl in the hospital saying what he got to say about the whole situation. This is Daryl telling his people down the river. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
From St. Thomas Hospital in Nashville, I want to thank them for taking such good care of me. I want to thank you all for your well wishes and your prayers, and you comedians who called and said such evil things when I was scared to death. Thank you too. I really appreciate it. Thank you everybody for your prayers and well wishes. When I came, I was being treated for extreme exhaustion and dehydration, which I was very dehydrated. But it turns out they ran a battery of tests, and I also tested positive for COVID-19, which blew me away. I was what they call asymptomatic. I didn't have any symptoms that.
Pause, Daryl. Pause, Daryl. What we know about back in them days, the people who was asymptomatic wasn't falling out. That ain't how that go. They don't go like that. That didn't go like that. This nigga want to run around talking about he was asymptomatic and he fell out. I'm telling you, I was trying to see what colors we was wearing to the funeral. I was trying to get on the phone, maybe get on Twitter and find out what colors we wearing to the funeral. What's the funeral colors? Also, what I need to bring to the repast. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to make sure that Daryl is sent off right. I was ready for all of that. I was trying to see what they needed me to bring to the repast and what colors we was wearing. Because at that point, I could get me something, you know what I'm saying? And I could be on code. But this nigga gonna say he was asymptomatic. This is right after the nigga received his wax. And then won't get up here and tell us, oh, turns out I tested positive for the what you call him. And he was just exhausted. Nigga, I done seen more tired people in my life than you ever been dehydrated and tired, nigga. And I ain't never seen nobody soul leave their body like that girl said. That nigga hit that floor. I know that. I said that nigga dead. I don't care what none of y'all say. I said that nigga dead. That nigga DEADOA. Dead on arrival. Y'all not about to tell me they brought that nigga back. Y'all not about to tell me. Girl, Daryl, you got to stop now, Daryl. Daryl does the most.
You know, other classic symptoms. I didn't have flu-like symptoms. I didn't have shortness of breath. I didn't have difficulty breathing. I didn't have a cough. I didn't have a low-grade fever. I still don't have a fever. I didn't have a loss of smell or taste. Apparently, I just lost consciousness. So, in addition to all the other stuff you have to look out for, if your ass pass out in the middle of a show on stage, you probably need to get tested. So I am going back to my hotel room to quarantined for 14 days. And well, thank you for your prayers and your well wishes. And a few more of them wouldn't hurt. So hopefully I won't develop symptoms. Maybe this is as bad as it gets and I'll just pass out over and over again or not. But thank you. I appreciate your thoughts and your prayers. And they did not go unnoticed or unfelt. Thank you.
Day after day, seems like I push against the crowd. Oh, Daryl Lynn. Now listen, I ain't gonna lie. When that nigga passed out, I ain't gonna hold you. You think I'm bullshitting. We gonna sing the song when he passed out, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Tell me it didn't go in slow motion in your brain. Tell me this shit didn't go in slow. Like all of a sudden everything happened in slow motion and the music didn't play. See, that's what I like about that song, that Day After Day song, because it applies to a lot. You know what I'm saying? Watch Daryl Lynn. Watch when he hit the flow. Tell me that music ain't gonna play in your brain, because I know it played in mine. Did play it in it. Look. We ain't gonna put the volume up. Let's just make it bigger. Hold on. Wait. Too fast, Darylyn. Too fast. Hold on, Darylyn. Hold on. Let's get him back up here. And my conspiracy brain tells me this was some bullshit anyway, that it was just a ploy to get more people to go get the wax. But that's a whole nother thing. Look at Darylyn. The music playing, that's the intro playing. Then look, see when he hit the floor? Day after day, seems like I pushed against the clouds. Oh yeah, I was playing in the fume. They just be walking down and down. I'm gonna learn the words one day. It seems since I was born, I wake up every blessed morning, down on my luck and up against the wind. Oh, Daryl Lynn, you got to stop now, Darylyn. You see what I'm saying? And this is the same man who came back and said, everybody go get the wax. Everybody carry your ass down there to the nearest local pharmacy or to the local corner store or the local drive-thru and go get the wax. Go get it. See, we could joke about it because the nigga's still here. But I'm not bullshitting you. I was ready to get my outfit for the fume. I'm not bullshitting you. I wanted to go see if I could go online because, it was the panorama. You couldn't go nowhere. So I was trying to go on Fashion Nova and see if I could get my outfit, whatever. But I needed to see what colors everybody was wearing. And then I needed to also know what I needed to bring. Am I bringing the macaroni and cheese? Do y'all want me to bring gum? Like, what y'all want me to bring to contribute, you know what I'm saying, to the repast? Because we got to have the food. So I was figuring, maybe I'll make, some stuffed bell peppers or something like that to bring down to the repast so the people can have something to eat once we finish, with the fume portion of that. But I did need to know what colors we was going to wear so that I could be on code. I didn't want to be the one stuck out like a sore thumb. Next thing they like, oh, she must have been, but we don't really talk to her. So that's why she didn't get the memo. We was wearing yellow. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to be on code, Oh, Darylyn, you got to stop now. I don't trust the nigga. Y'all can trust him. I don't trust him. Okay? I don't trust him. It's a mess. I'm telling you, y'all better pay attention to these folks. These celebrities are puppets. They're there to do just what they're doing, deceive you. They're puppets. Y'all better keep y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. Oh, that's for sure. Stacey's LA. He's definitely a Democratic shield. Definitely. For sure. That's exactly what he is. He's a Democratic puppet, and a puppy for that matter. Somebody said fried chicken and beanie weenies, girl. You can come in with the chicken, but the beanie weenies, you got to get turned around at the door. You got to get turned around at the door with the beanie weenies. We could take the chicken. We'll take the fried chicken, but the beanie weenies, you can't come in. You can't come in, okay? Y'all, let me read some of these cash apps. Y'all is a mess. I promise you. Thank you, Heavenly Ange, for the cash app. For you are the best. Keep shining. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you, Res Girl, for the cash app. I appreciate you. Thank you, Astro Fluent Culture, for the cash app. For love your 100% unapologetically authentic self. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Proof, for the cash app. Good show. I love the intro. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rochelle, for the cash app. You on point. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ginger Naps, for the cash app. Shout out my 93-year-old mom who's in the hospital. Oh my God. Ginger Naps, are you okay? Jen, you good? I'm praying. I'm gonna keep your mama in my prayers. I'm definitely gonna keep your mama in my prayers. I'm so sorry to hear that. Y'all drop some purple hearts in the chat for Jen's mom. Or grandmother, I'm sorry. Thank you, Cinnamon Toppers, for the cash app. Hi, it's Brianna in the chat. Okay, how you doing? Thank you for the cash app. No. Thank you, B Beauty, for the cash app. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Louis Young, for the cash app. Lou. Y'all, Lou sponsored the live. Yes, he did. Shout out to Big Lou, not the little one. Let me say that part again. Shout out to Big Lou, not the little one. This ain't the little one. They got a lot of Lou's. They got a medium. They got a small. They got a schmedium. This the Big Lou, not the little one. So shout out to Big Lou, not the little one, for sponsoring the chat. Shout out to Big Lou. Yeah, Big Lou. That's what we gonna call you from now on. You are Big Lou, not the little one. Okay. Big Lou, shout out to Big Lou for the generous, okay, cash app. You know what I'm saying? Back in my heyday, I would have felt like I owed you something. You know what I'm saying? But I've evolved and I've changed, and I am a woman of stature, so I can't be doing that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Big Lou, back in the day, about 10 years ago, Big Lou. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Big Lou. You know what I'm saying? I shout out to Big Lou. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. I read cash apps. Can I get a junior? I got you, Fat. I got you. Shout out to Big Lou for the cash app. Big Lou done stole the show, child, on the shit. Shout out to Big Lou. Thank you, LCOL. Kamisha, thank you for Rise and Shine. Have a wonderful day. Oh, that was this morning. But thank you if you're on here for the cash app. And I think I have one more. Oh, how you do them personalized cash apps? That's so dope. Y'all know that is so dope. Who else on here? Oh, and thank you, Real China Doll, for the cash app. Thank you, Elite BXTXCEO, for the cash app. I appreciate you. And I think I got one more. Thank you, Heavenly Ange, for the cash app. You cashed at me twice today. Thank you so much. Shout out to Big Lou, though. I ain't gonna lie. Big Lou, shout out to Big Lou. Big Lou, is you still in here? Big Lou, is you on here? Shout out to Big Lou, not the little one. Whenever we see Lou again, we got to say we got to put the not the little one part in, because he's definitely not the little one. Okay. Anyways, you guys, if you guys have not, oh yeah, girl, see, back in my heyday, we would have swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed up? See, when I would have saw that cash app, I would have hit Big Lou in the that's Big Lou right there. That Big Lou right there. Hold on. See, Big Lou back in the day, when I didn't know no better and I was misguided, I would have called you up and said, "Hey, Big Lou, I would like to be swallowed up." Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever gone through a time of swallowing where everything is overwhelming and would you like to be swallowed up? But that's what I would have did back in the day. I don't do that type of stuff no more because I'm a Christian woman. You know what I'm saying? I have given my life to the Christian people. I am at the Pottery House full time and I am Prophetess Vu, so I don't do that no more. But back when I was backsliding, you know what I'm saying? When I didn't know, when I was in the streets because I didn't know no better, that's how it would have happened. But the thing is, I'm at the Pottery House now. We don't do that type of thing. We do not do that type of thing at the Pottery House. Don't tell nobody we did it because we don't do it. If they say we do it, they lies. They lies. We don't do that at the Pottery House. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Lou, not the little one. Make sure we put that part in. Not how Krishan said Big Rock, not the little one. No. She definitely the little one. This is Big Lou, not the little one. Okay, not the little one. Big Lou. Now don't make me go in backslide and go against my religion, Big Lou. Okay, I am a changed woman. Okay, I'm a changed woman. I'm trying to better myself, Big Lou. And here you come. That's the devil. And I'm not calling you the devil, but the temptations. You know what I'm saying? They say in the Garden of Eden, they say the serpent used temptation to tempt Adam and Eve. Big Lou, what is you doing? What is you doing, Big Lou? What is you trying to do? I'm trying to live righteous. You know what I'm saying? I'm a prophetess now. I can't be doing those type of things because I need to foresee the future. I'm a That's So Raven of the Pottery House. Now you got me over here ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like we can't. Yes, Ashley just told woman, thou art loose. That's me. Woman, thou art loose. Mm-hmm. Woman, thou art loose, Big Lou. You're trying to get me back on the old track. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going back. Not no more, Big Lou. Okay. I appreciate Big Lou very much. Okay. No, Big Lou didn't Drake me. I didn't know you could do that through the Cash App. Because if you could, I would be sending Big Lou a video, okay? So you can, if you can, send me an email with the directions. If you could Drake somebody through the Cash App, please email me at voodoodollpodcast@gmail.com. Put in the header directions for Big Lou, and then we're gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying? If you can Drake somebody through the Cash App, and this is just for research purposes, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying for research purposes, in case somebody else want to do it, then we could get, you know what I'm saying? So I would have to get the directions so that I could tell other people, because I would never do it. But you know, I like to research everything that I do, you know. But yeah, Tabitha said, Voodoo, go lay down. I might have to after that. I might have to. You're right. I might have to. You know what I'm saying? I might have to. Yes, I might have to. Before we get up out of here, somebody asked for a Junior, so let's go ahead on and get Junior up in here. Hey, Eula, you always coming towards the end of my chat, beautiful. Hey, Eula, you got to stop now. You got to start coming early. I'm about to go to the corner, Alicia, because listen, Big Lou about to take me back. You know, I done came out and I done put the past behind me, but somehow it came right in front of me that fast. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get a Junior before we get up out of here. Junior, Junior. Hila bidu bidama luminati. Junior, Junior. Hila bidu bidama luminati. Can't you tell? I need love. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. I appreciate every single person who done pulled up over at the Dollhouse. I see y'all tomorrow for Educational Friday. Y'all know how we roll. I love my group for Educational Friday. We're going to roll it out tomorrow or whatever. Also, please be following my Twitch, my Instagram, and my Facebook, because that's where we're going to be doing a lot of the lives over there for New Orleans, for the Mardi Gras people and all of that. Y'all have to be over there. Please go follow me on Twitch, Rumble. No, not really Rumble, but Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. Well, you can follow me on Rumble too. Twitch, Facebook, Instagram at Voodoo Doll TV. Okay? Voodoo Doll TV. Please go find me over there, okay? Oh, look at Lou. See, that's the devil. That's the devil. Look at the devil. Look at him. Won't he tempt you? Won't he tempt you? You see how that go? See how that go like that? See what I'm saying? Big Lou, Big Lou, you at this part, I'm going to lay down. Big Lou, go lay down. Because you're trying to really get me messed up. Big Lou, go lay down. Please. Lord, please, Big Lou, go lay down. Please, go ahead. Because now there you go. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Whenever they say when you're on the right path, somebody always come in with a monkey wrench. That's Big Lou right there. Look, talking about have a good night, Miss Boo, with 2 hearts. Why you had to put 2 hearts? Come on now, Big Lou. I see the game. I see the game. Yeah, get it off of here, matter of fact, so we can get up out of here. Big Lou trying to play on me. Nope. Nope. Anyways, get up out of here, y'all. Y'all know how we roll around here. We jolt in and we jolt out. And if you haven't already liked the video, follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. This shit's easy. It's not hard, okay? I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. We will see y'all tomorrow on the Joes, and Saturday we will be streaming from the New Orleans streets, and we're going to have a great time, okay? I'm going to try not to get drunk on camera because, when I get drunk on camera, I might wake up and regret what I said or did. So, when I feel like I'm getting drunk, I'm going to have to end the live because I don't want y'all coming back saying, "Voo, girl, we saw you on camera and you was do. You was over there looking for Big Lou on some shit." You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to come around and say nothing like that. So because of that, I don't know. I might have to get off before, I get too drunk. Ultimately, if you know how to drag somebody through the Cash App, like I said, please send me an email at voodoodollpodcast@gmail.com. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. We Joes in and we Joes out. I'll see y'all later. I love y'all.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up. Then it bust it open, lift it up. Yeah. Come on, lift it up. Then it bust it open for your B-O-Y. Then it for your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bust or not.
Come on, Blaze, so you know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.